scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum, echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear, the pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor, every moment is a savior, every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power, to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth, we're free. Trust and believe it's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Well, hello to you. Welcome into another edition of Braylon Lee's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here in the building with me here. Yes, indeed, and y'all. Man, oh man, do we have a tour for y'all this evening? For some odd reason, people really think they can just step outside and they think that can't nobody handle them disrespectfully. And I don't move like that. I just don't, man. I think that at the beginning of the day, that people got the right to say what's on their mind. If you clap at them, they got the right back. They got the right to clap back at you. And what this waste of life did, this failure. I smell the failure of being in the NFL, going over to UFC, and saying what he said about Michelle Obama. We all know that was beyond disrespectful. I'm not surprised by it. Like I said, everybody else voted for the president, voted for racism, voted for bigotry, voted for sexism, voted for hate, voted for division, division, quite frankly. And then you got Kelly Price. You got Kelly Price, child, talking about that she, I just can't do this ish. Talking about that somebody has been stalking her, again, plastic surgery, this, that, and the third. But child, 2 years ago, we said it again, 2 years ago. One more time. 2 years ago, you said what you said. Don't worry, I'm gonna bring up the receipt, y'all. So let's get to it because higher is waiting. Lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on to it. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this kind of control here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is a me. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Once again, glad to have all you here. Let's get to it. So here it is here, y'all. Let's get to it.
Report live from Hypers Club, Fight Plus News. I'm Janaba. On Sunday, a spotlight will be placed on the nation's capital after Trump and the UFC would host a night of fighting in front of the White House to celebrate 250 years of independence this coming July 4th.
Let me refresh your breath because I want y'all to see it clearly. I watched that on my own time. I love me some Frank Sinatra, y'all. A legend.
Hypers Club, Fight Plus News. I'm Janaba. On Sunday, a spotlight will be placed on the nation's capital after Trump and the UFC would host a night of fighting in front of the White House to celebrate 250 years of independence this coming July 4th. It would also be held to celebrate Trump's 80th birthday. Now, as mentioned, there was a lot of criticism going into the night, as many questioned if this type of event being held at the White House was acceptable, given that the White House is considered one of, if not the most respected landmark. Given that question if this type of event being held at the White House was acceptable.
So it looks like 2 guys are fighting that.
Given that the White House is considered one of, if not the most respected landmark in the country.
My God.
Now, despite the criticism, it would appear that many UFC fans would be happy about the lineup of fighting.
Now, here's the thing, right? With this, so this was the watch party, right? And let me see if I can find a shot of the White House UFC. They had like an aerial shot, I believe. Oh, and there's an update that I gotta show y'all too. ARI aerial. Okay, so here it is. Here, I want y'all to see this, right? This was real, right here. I want y'all to see this. This was the shot. All of those people in the ring right there. And by the way, these lights blinded pilots from flying, right? Now, the thing about this ring, right? It was supposed to be weather that was raining, and also 2 mosquitoes and gnats and different bugs and everything else. Like, ew, filthy as the president is, right? I didn't get this. Didn't celebrate America. This was a glorified birthday party. And you know the crazy thing is, man, I have been saying for the longest time that all these brands have been doing the 250th wrap around the products, that these products are going to be at the White House. And guess what? Monster Energy was one of them. They were giving away free Monster drinks. Now, it's 70, 80, 90 degrees. You don't need no energy drink. You need water. Not water. Water. Not water. Water. Not water. Water. Okay? Let's get back to the live stream here. Okay, let's get back to our live. We're in our live stream now, but let's get back to this video from Comedy Hype Plus, Hypers Club.
The criticism, it would appear that many UFC fans would be happy about the lineup of fighting and overall production. But as the night would come to an end, UFC Freedom 250 would leave with a black eye after fighter Josh Hokett would disrespect former First Lady Michelle Obama during a post-fight interview.
And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
What has angered many critics is that Hokett's insult directed at the Obamas made no sense, as Michelle Obama was not present, nor did the comment have anything to do with fighting. Since then, several people who would attend the night and watch the moment from home have gone on to share that they did not like the comment, including comedian Shane Gillis, who was there that night. As he would tell TMZ, he didn't love the moment.
Hey Shane, how'd you enjoy the night, man?
Pretty cool.
What do you think of Josh?
It was incredible.
Yeah, please. What do you think of him saying Michelle Obama's a man?
I didn't love that.
A lot of people have said the opposite. That's why
I don't like that.
So let's pull up Michelle Obama. Now, this is what it's saying here. As Michelle Obama, Barack Obama are opening up their presidential stuff, okay? Look at this, okay? Look, I want everybody to see this. Attorney and former First Lady of the United States of America, okay? That's who she is. Now, let's read her profile here. Born in Chicago and raised on the south side of the city, Obama is a graduate of Princeton University and Harvard Law School. In her early legal career, she worked at the law firm Sidney Austin, where she met her future husband. She subsequently worked in nonprofits and as the Associate Dean of Student Services at the University of Chicago. Later, she served as Vice President for Community and External Affairs of the University of Chicago Medical Center. Michelle married Barack in 1992, and they have 2 daughters. Obama campaigned for her husband 2008 and 2012 presidential campaigns. She was the first African-American woman to serve as First Lady. As First Lady, Obama worked as an advocate for poverty awareness, education, nutrition, physical activity, healthy eating. She has written 4 books, including her New York Times bestselling memoir, Becoming and The Light We Carry, respectively, 2018 and 2022. After leaving office, Obama ranked first in Gallup poll from the most admired woman in the United States for 3 straight years. 3 straight years. 3 straight years. She holds significant cultural relevance and continues to advocate for voter participation in elections. She has also pivoted to launching successful media ventures. Okay. All right. Just let's look at her career, right? Following law school, Obama became an associate at the Chicago office of the law firm Sidney and Austin, where she met her future husband. At the firm, she worked on marketing and intellectual property law. She continues to hold her law license. She continues to hold her law license. She continues to hold her law license. But as she no longer needs it for work, she has kept it on voluntary and active status since 1993. In 1991, she held public sector positions in the Chicago city government as an assistant to the mayor and as assistant commissioner of planning and development. In 1993, 1 year before I came into the world in 1994, she became executive director for the Chicago Office of Public Allies, a nonprofit organization encouraging young people to work on social issues from the nonprofit groups and government agencies. She worked there for nearly 4 years and set fundraising records for the organization that stood 12 years after she had left. That stood 12 years after she left. Obama later said she'd never been in a happier in her life prior to working to build public allies. In 1996, Obama served as the Associate Dean of Student Services at the University of Chicago, where she developed the university's community center. In 2002, she began working for University of Chicago Hospitals, first as Executive Director for Community Affairs, and beginning in May 2005 as Vice President for Community and External Affairs. She continued to hold the University of Chicago Hospital's position during the primary campaign of 2008, but cut back to part-time in order to spend time with her daughters as well as work for her husband's election. She subsequently took a leave of absence from her job. According to the couple's 2008 income tax return, her salary was $273,618 from the University of Chicago Hospitals, while her husband had earned a salary of $157,082 from the United States Senate. The Obama sole income was $991,296, which included $51,200 that she earned as a member of the board of directors of Treehouse Foods and Investments and royalties from his books. Obama served as a salaried board member of Treehouse Foods Incorporated, a major Walmart supplier, from shortly after her husband was seated in the Senate until she cut ties shortly after her husband announced his candidacy for the presidency. He criticized Walmart labor policies at AFL-CIO Forum in Trenton, New Jersey, on May 14, 2007. She also served on the board of directors of the Chicago Council of Global Affairs. In 2021, the former First Lady announced that she had been moving toward retirement, though she continues to be active in political campaigns. The former First Lady says she is reducing the amount of work to spend more time with her husband. That's what Michelle Obama's all about. Now, let's look at the history of this piece of shit basket. Now, Hogan has a history of controversial remarks during post-fight interviews, dating back to his tenure in Legacy Fine Alliance. Following his wins in LFA, Hope made several controversial remarks, including labeling First Lady Michelle Obama a man and criticizing the participation in transgender women in sports, saying they belong in the octagon with him because you need to get your ass whooped. I would like to see a transgender woman whoop his ass. Disrespectful. You know what? How about we have 2-on-1 fight? A black man and a transgender woman. Since he believes that he's the younger version of the president, let's see if he can win 2-on-1. This pattern continued his TKO victory at UFC 324, the first UFC event to be streamed live on Paramount, where Hogan responded to the idea of losing in a fist fight by saying N-word please. During the same interview, he called out Waldo Cortez Acosta, labeling him a deadbeat father not to one kid but to nine, and concluded by saying, P.S. Brittany Griner is a man. So what does that show? That shows a pattern of behavior. That shows a pattern of behavior. That shows a pattern of behavior, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, the UFC 324 remarks drew laughter and cheers from the crowd. Post-fight interview, Joe Rogan responded while laughing. Brittany Griner catching straight. She doesn't deserve that. However, the interview was widely criticized by media outlets, and Dana White, CEO of the UFC, later expressed disapproval, saying, I heard about it, see, I don't love it. A video of the interview was sequentially deleted from the official UFC Asia social media account on Twitter at UFC Freedom 250 press conference. Hogan interrupted the event, bizarre appearance, and pretended to be subdued in attempt to get attention from the media. In a post-fight interview with Joe Rogan for Hogan's win at UFC Freedom 250, the latter commented, now listen, Alex Burr, I'm going to chime on your mama. And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America? Dana White later condemned the remarks. So he's done this shit before, right? Let's go back to this here.
Yes, we're all good. We're all good. Thank you.
Now, a day after a large amount of Democrats and others would condemn Hogan's remarks, he would break his silence by finally giving his own explanation on why he felt empowered to insult the former First Lady. Over on his X account, Hogan would respond to a series of unfavorable comments about what he would go on to say. No outrage when you say Melania Trump is an escort. No outrage when you say Charlie Kirk brought his death upon himself, or Charlie Kirk deserved to die. So kiss my ass, everyone.
Here's the thing, right? Melania 47, okay, it has been said that she is a prostitute, right? But in the same token, she said that the women from the Epstein files deserve to have their day on Capitol Hill, right? So it has been said that she has been a prostitute for Epstein, that those rumors are out there. Now, when it comes to Charlie Kirk brought death upon himself or Charlie Kirk deserved to die, in the words of the bishop, I'm sorry that Charlie Kirk went out the way he did, but just because he went out the way he did doesn't erase the man that he was. Sorry, it is what it is. And he also, Charlie Kirk, did talk about power control, right? And that everybody should have the freedom to do this and that third. But the thing that he fought for was the thing that brought him that. So yeah, people it's called freedom of speech, motherfucker. Deal with it. Now, let's make it personal. Let's say that somebody got upset and wanted to go after John Hoskins' wife, daughters, sons, his mother, his father, his sister, his brother, his nieces, his nephews, his cousins, his grandma, his grandpa. Let's just say, I don't know, if ICE powed one of them in broad daylight, like what happened to that to the woman that tried to drive her away and Alex Preddy, right? Let's just say that, hey, guess what? If one of those family members if one of Joe Hockett's family members or friends dies, Josh Hockett brought death upon his people for what he said. What if we said that Josh Hockett's wife was an escort? That wouldn't be cool, right? That wouldn't be cool, right? That wouldn't be cool, right? So what makes you think that you can say Michelle Obama is a man and nobody's going to have smoke for you? And bruh, nobody knows you. Disrespectfully, this is the only time you ever going to get any clout, bruh. And what he did not see was the fact that people who give a damn execute. Because let me tell you something, even though Barack Obama is smooth, calm, and collected, I bet you he got some people that are still in the Secret Service from his time in the White House that will gladly roll up, disrespectfully handle him where he wouldn't be able to have a career in UFC. I bet you that much. Not wishing anything bad on any of Josh Hockett's family and friends. Not wishing anything bad on him. But see, sometimes we got to make things personal so we can understand that if we don't want it done to us, why do it to other people? If we don't want it done to us, why do it to other people? If we don't want it done to us, why do it to other people? Well, Josh Hockett ain't going to do shit to me. He ain't going to do shit to nobody else. He did this for clout. He said Brittany Griner was a man before. This is a repeat pattern. But what's going to end up happening is he's going to get in the ring with a black opponent, and that black opponent is going to go ham. And if Josh Hockett doesn't have a career because of it, so fucking be it. It is what it is, and I do wish that in Jesus' name, yes, amen, amen. Y'all, I can't give love, grace, and space to people who do that type of stuff. I can't, I won't, and I never will. Shout out to Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305, Mr. Dale himself. Let's keep going.
Now, a part of his responses on X, Hockett would even catch wind of Gillis's comment and would go on to say, "Oh well, to each their own. I still like Shane." Now, continuing on Hockett's X account, he would be met with support and, as expected, more backlash. One user would go on to say, "Still could have just shut the F up. Your act is cringy as F. This isn't the WWE."
That statement that Michelle Obama is a man should not be said in the WWE, UFC, AEW, anywhere. Okay? All right? But I still agree with this comment. Let's continue.
You made the entire event about you by saying some stupid shit that now overshadows the event and gives the woke something to complain about.
The woke something to complain about. I wonder if Petrometry, I wonder if somebody said Petrami's mom is a man. Would Petrami still have the same energy or no? Okay, all right.
Dickhead.
Just wondering.
Now, despite Hockett's attempt to explain why he would call Michelle Obama a man, many users have continued to sound off on why the insult was ever made that night.
Can somebody tell me why all these white men are out here feeling so threatened by Michelle Obama? Oh, it's because they're threatened by a strong, independent, intelligent black woman? Yeah, that's right. I've never seen so many bitch-ass wimps than all these Trumper MAGA men out here. Oh, Michelle Obama is really a man. Is she? Is she?
By the way, the last person who did that, Candace Owens, is in a lawsuit. And I hope that she goes broke as fuck. Let her lose everything that she's got. She don't deserve shit. The only thing she deserves is to debate Milagro Grams Monday through Friday, Tasha K being the moderator, and Portia Williams being the correspondent for the show because she's a journalist. Let's keep going.
No, man, but I bet she's got a bigger set than you do because I have not seen a bigger group of pansy bitches than these white Trumper men. They're out here afraid of everything, of everybody, and they have been threatened by Barack and Michelle Obama for decades now at this point, and they are terrified of somebody who shows that they are intelligent, that they are more sophisticated, that they are a better overall person than them, because she happens to be a person of color, and they want to go after her and the Obama name.
By the way, with him saying that, that just lets me know that his wife is racist. His kids, I hope they're not racist, but father, as the father does, the kids do too, but I'm praying to God that the kids aren't. But I'm also wondering if his dad's like Jeff Metcalf, watermelon felon. Let's keep going.
Hasn't even held office in like a decade. How could you possibly be thinking about Michelle Obama? That'd be like Jalen Brunson when he won the Finals MVP. He's like, oh, yes, I'm so happy to bring the Knicks the first championship in over 50 years. Also, Nancy Reagan was a whore. Thank you, New York.
Calling Michelle Obama a former first lady, a man on live TV on the White House lawn, is so insanely fucking disrespectful.
Michelle Obama
and Joe Rogan, disrespectfully, bro. I mean, you were a part of the foundation of reality television. Bruh, your smiling ass. Oh my God, man, just. But God forbid somebody said Joe Rogan's wife was a man. God forbid if anything happens to Joe Rogan's family or friends, right? I'm just saying. I don't wish that on Joe Rogan. I don't wish that on his family and friends. But like, bro, come on now.
Am I right, America?
This is not liberal snowflake propaganda. There is a big difference between what this UFC fighter did and a comedian telling an offensive joke.
Now, an offensive joke can still be offensive, even if it is a joke. So if that was said at a comedy show, that should not be said because that's a lie. But I get where he's going here.
Go to a comedy show understanding that the boundaries are going to be pushed. That is literally their job. In the words of the great late Patrice O'Neill, half the room should be in utter disgust, shock, and hating your guts, and the other half should be dying of laughter. And if this was a regular UFC fight in like Abu Dhabi or some bullshit and he got on the mic and said that, whatever. He's just rage baiting, trying to be controversial, you know, trying to be put on the next title card by Mr. Daddy Dana White. But you were on the White House lawn in an event that was already publicly ostracized because it feels like a circus act, but y'all are saying it represents freedom and everything that's great about America. Okay, cool. They were great fights, yes. But you're on the White House lawn and then you publicly insult a former first lady from 2 administrations ago? For fucking what? Roles reverse. What if the NBA in 8 years and 2 administrations host an NBA game on the White House lawn and then Victor Wembanyama gets on the mic and he says, yeah, well, Melania Trump, she's a dumb cow. That'd be dumb.
Listen,
and
if
I
you're
agree
a black
with him that even though we don't really like the president and his family, that respect is respect, right?
Person in America and a citizen of this country, and you support Donald Trump, a man who supports and holds events.
Now, I gotta tell you, for Aries Spears to say what he said after what he did with Tiffany Haddish, if he is correct and people are with him and of that energy to stand with him, you know that you done screwed up, bro.
Where a guy
and lost out on money from black people
can call Michelle Obama a man, and who also depicted the Obamas as monkeys. You are the worst kind of COON. You're the worst kind of COON. And at this point, how do you live with yourself? How do you sleep at night as a black person supporting a president that depicts the one and only first black president we ever had as an ape, and his wife, the first black lady, and supports a guy at an event who calls her a man? You are the worst type of COONs.
You know what's really sad? It's going to have to take Josh Hawkett to lose all his endorsement deals. But if you're under the president, his regime, and this, that, and the third, then those sponsors won't really take away nothing. But let him start losing money. And Dana White, I really can't stand his dumb ass because bro, like, he said what he said of he doesn't condone it, but like, bruh, strike him from his next fight. Strike his pay. Do something to let him know you ain't gonna take this shit. Because see, when you mess with the green, then they get in line. See, the other side also has a massa. It's called cash. Black people had a white massa. White people, their massa is cash. I'm not talking about all white people, so y'all just calm down. I'm talking about this dumb fuck right here that we're talking about, Josh Hawkins. Okay, he gonna try to do the Incredible Hulk. Really? This is the Hulk. The Hulk. The Hulk we respect. You, we don't. Let's continue on.
Now here come all the comments from all the racist white people who want to tell me to stick to comedy and play victim. Y'all right there with them. Y'all ain't slave masters. Damn shame.
Following the aftermath of the backlash, UFC CEO Dana White has since expressed he didn't appreciate the moment as well. I understand that the Obamas are public figures, but I'm completely against saying nasty and false things about people's families. Everyone knows my position on free speech, but I hate that kind of nonsense. Now, as far as President Trump, who is now facing pressure to denounce what was said, he has yet to release an official statement on the matter, and some would point out, reportedly had a smirk when Hogan first said the insult.
Oh, and by the way, he fell asleep during most of it. The president did. His birthday, and he fell asleep on his own birthday. Don't make no sense.
Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America? Ladies and gentlemen.
And it looks like the Obama themselves have also kept their silence, as they are currently focused on the grand opening of their $850 million museum, the Obama
By the way, black black construction teams worked on that. Just to let y'all know. If we could do a third term of the Obamas, I bet you everybody would be running to elect.
Presidential Center in Chicago, set to open next week. Let's talk about it more in the comments below. Now that Hope Kid has broken his silence, do you think he's justified?
No, the fuck he ain't. And if he gets his ass whooped in the next UFC fight,
and that Michelle Obama herself has,
if he gets his ass whooped in the next UFC fight where he can't have a career no more, God bless it in Jesus' name. Yes, yes, yes. Amen, amen, amen.
has never publicly disrespected Melania Trump nor Charlie Kirk. And for more news and comedy, culture, and sports, be sure to subscribe here to our YouTube channel and follow Hype Plus across all social media. And if you enjoyed this story, head over to hypersclub.com right now to become a member, to watch full interviews and more original content. Reporting live from Hypers Club, Fight Plus News, I'm John Abba.
Because let's be very clear, strong men, men who are truly role models, don't need to put down women to make themselves feel powerful. People who are truly strong lift others up.
Very well said by Michelle Obama.
The biggest disruption.
For sure. Now, before anybody says, well, Braylon, you dread Milagro, you dread Tasha K. Excuse me. Tasha K said a child and their mother had an STD, and Milagro promoted a deep fake adult video, and then she wanted to pussy pop and say that I ain't changing nothing, sue my ass. No, those women deserve to be dragged. And if a woman said something about Michelle Obama, that woman deserves to be dragged. Not sorry. Okay? All right, we're going off the facts of what they said. That does not mean that person hates all black women or women in general. Yeah. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Women can do some messed up things too. Especially some that'll not say a word after a person got banned off of YouTube, but was in the cat and defending and dropping it down like it was nothing. But yet throw away the people that were actually good to them. But now they ain't saying nothing. Now they all dried up, and now they're getting notices that they can't create original content. Shot. Listen. Let's continue on. Now, Barack Obama has responded. Before coming on tour with y'all, this video just came out 59 minutes ago, about an hour ago. So this is breaking. So let's watch this. Also from Hype Plus. Here we go.
Reporting live from Hype's Club, Fight Plus News, I'm John Appa.
Everything's about money, and everything's about attention, and everything's about fame.
Continuing our coverage on Michelle Obama being called a man during this weekend's UFC event, Freedom 250 at the White House, we now appear to have gotten Barack Obama's response to his wife being disrespected. As reported, the UFC and Donald Trump will host a night of UFC fights to celebrate the upcoming 250-year anniversary of the United States' independence. Though highly criticized by some, the event looks to have met many fans' expectations. Unfortunately, however, the night would receive a negative spotlight after fighter Josh Hokett would decide to take a moment after winning his fight to disrespect the former First Lady.
And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
Since then, many on all sides of politics have spoken out against Hokett, who is not a comedian's comments made that night. The UFC's own Dana White would even publicly call it nonsense.
Are you curious as to why this man used his shining moment at Trump's White House to scream on national television that Michelle Obama is a man? And why do they call her a man in particular? That's a pretty odd insult for a group of people who don't believe in trans people, right?
And by the way, y'all, UFC signed a very huge deal with Paramount. You know who owns Paramount? David Ellison. You know who David Ellison's daddy is? Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison is the owner of Oracle. Oracle did a U.S. consortium or a joint venture of TikTok, and the president was a part of that. So guess what? The president influenced this deal for Warner Brothers Discovery. So just like the president graped E. Jean Carroll, David Ellison, Larry Ellison graped Warner Brothers Discovery just to have it in their company. Let's keep going.
Why her? And why a man?
That's why they didn't stop that. That's why they didn't fade to black, because they allowed that on their airwaves.
And as an insult, well, history has an answer for you. And let me tell you, it's one of the most powerful tropes ever used by white storytellers. The answer is coping mechanisms. History tells us that a way that white people have coped with the guilt of building the world's richest country on the back of a violent racial hierarchy is mythologizing black people into archetypes. Stay with me. So a good example of this you see in white movies written by white storytellers is this mythologized character of the mammy. She's a dark-skinned black woman who has devoted her life to the love and the care of black children. Her character does not blame white people for their history of oppression or their active maintaining of oppressions. And through resonating with her character on screen, white viewers can cope with their history and forgive themselves without ever having to engage with a black person in real life. Here's another trope of black women we see pop up during slavery and post-slavery. It's called the Jezebel trope. It depicts black women as hypersexual and incapable of being sexually satisfied and temptress. This allowed slave owners to cope with decades of rape, right? It wasn't that they were attracted to these black women, is that these black women wanted it and they tempted them. Actually saw Vice President Harris get a lot of that Jezebel. They were attracted to these.
And these Jezebels, these were the same women who were breastfeeding white kids. These were the same women that were raising these white kids. So you remember Skip Bayless, how he said that he was raised with somebody black? Not saying, Skip Bayless, even though he grew up in the culture, right? And let me tell you something. The Jezebel is usually one of the most flawed characters, because a Jezebel is who they actually want, because they can't really do what they want to do. So they go to the Jezebel so that way they can actually be in sin and make them feel bad. So they'll use reverse psychology to make the Jezebel feel bad. And then let's not forget the ape and the white woman. There was a magazine cover of LeBron James in that pose. Can't remember what magazine, but yeah.
these black women is that these black women wanted it and they tinted them. Actually saw Vice President Harris get a lot of that Jezebel trope thrown on her from MAGA as she was running for president. But the most powerful coping mechanism, in my opinion, is the hyper-masculinization of black boys and black women. To cope with the abhorrent torture they were putting black women through during slavery. Mind you, this is during a time period where it was believed women shouldn't lift a finger, ever. But they're doing these torturous, horrible things to black women. To cope with it, you see in their literature, this narrative starts popping up, this hyper-masculinization of black women, that their torture is okay because these women can take it. They're not like regular, they're like men.
Now, on Tuesday, Barack and Michelle Obama would make their first public appearance together since the UFC night to address a room full of stakeholders of the newly built Obama Presidential Center located in their hometown of Southside Chicago. While speaking to the room, Michelle Obama would seemingly decide to not draw further attention to the disrespect she would just receive by focusing on the grand opening of their center. Now, when it came to Barack Obama to speak, he would appear to do the same, but as he would close out, some began to notice that his words looked to have been directed at Trump and Josh Hogan. It appears that Obama would first send Trump a subliminal message while expressing the love he would have for his late mother-in-law by saying she and her husband represented what's best about the country, not people who are trying to get every last nickel and who don't treat people with respect.
I love my mother-in-law, and she made a home for Michelle and Craig and her husband, Fraser Robinson. He showed what it means to work hard and to put family first. They represent, to me, what's best about this country. There are people who aren't trying to get every last nickel and aren't cutting corners when it comes to values and treat people high and low with respect and kindness. There are people like that all across the south side of Chicago. And there are people like that all across this great country of ours.
I run a podcast solo. No producer, no editor, no tech skills, just Riverside.
Now, as he would continue, is when some believe he was his most direct about Michelle being called a man just a few nights ago. For Obama, he would go on to express that he feels that there are institutions now that value things for money, attention, and fame, seemingly pointing out that Josh Hogan's reason for saying what he said about his wife may have just been pure attention, especially in our social media-driven society today.
We've got a set of institutions that have fallen victim to the siren song of everything's about money and everything's about attention and everything's about fame and everything's about getting over. But meanwhile, there are just a lot of people out here who are just doing the right thing and raising their families and taking care of people.
Now, the Obama's response seems to represent why people love them, but can also be seen as one of their main critiques.
Well, here's the thing, right? Y'all remember Luther from Key and Peele, Obama's angry translator? I say to my mom all the time, I wish I could bottle up your Christianity and drink it every day. But unfortunately, we can't. Fortunately, I can't do that, rather. And, you know, this time period is really showing who is really about the business, right? Y'all remember what I said about Kai Cenat, right? That all he has to do is wake up with a stupid mindset, do stupid content, and get stupid views. It sounds disrespectful, but it is what it is. His content versus mine, bruh, we got nothing in common. We can't, we won't, and we never will probably collaborate. He'll probably learn from me before I ever learn from him, disrespectfully. I can't hear nobody. I can't hear nobody. I can't hear nobody. He 24 years old. I'm 31. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I'm 8 years old. And that's not to say that Kai Cenat is not a brilliant brother. But see, he gets to wake up with a stupid mindset and do stupid content, get stupid views, because the foundation has been laid so he can do that. Had the foundation not been laid, he would have been a Negro in the cornfield working for Massa. And so I thank God that for every Barack Obama, there's a Brain Lee. And for every Brain Lee, there's a Barack Obama. You need both. Okay. All right. Moving on. My God, today. And by the way, isn't it amazing that even after the White House, they're more presidential than the dumb fuck that everybody else voted for? Ain't that something? Let's continue.
That they take the high road way too much when disrespect is staring them directly in the face. Let's not forget, however, Barack is no stranger with keeping people in check, as he would show many hecklers throughout his time in politics.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Look, here's the deal. Here's the deal. If you support the other candidates, then you should vote for the other candidates. Don't be here.
Now, it is unclear if the Obamas will ever fully address the moment, but Barack has seemingly criticized Trump's new Iran deal. During a recent interview with ABC News, Barack would express he's doubtful that Iran and the U.S. will reach an agreement that will work better than the previous agreement that once was in place. Now, this comment from Barack may have gotten to Trump because earlier today, while speaking to reporters, Trump would ridicule Obama's previous Iran deal, saying that the Iranians called Obama stupid.
You know what the Iranians did? They laughed at Obama and they said he's a stupid son of a. If they don't be.
My God, when you're doing so much self-projection upon your own self, my God.
Okay, we'll go right back to dropping bombs right smack in the middle of their head.
Bruh, my God. Somebody should do that to your head, but that's neither here nor there. Listen, so they actually drew like a fake airplane, and it was dust when they did it. Bruh. And I'm not wishing what I just said to happen to the president. Not wishing that at all. But bruh, there's been 4 attempts upon your life because people don't like you. They don't. And wait till you see what else could have happened. Let's continue on.
Okay, because they misbehaved for 47 years.
Wow, misbehaved for 47 years, and you're the 47th president of the United States. So, shocking.
Obama, he handed him $1.7 billion in cash, gave him hundreds of millions of dollars, gave him billions and billions of dollars. But he gave him $1.7 billion in cash, green cash from banks.
Hey, look, listen, the cash was green. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Can y'all believe it? It was green cash. My God, today! Jesus.
He tried to bribe his way out. I didn't do that. Nobody mentions that. $1.7 billion and hundreds of millions of dollars. They tried to bribe their way out.
As far as the Obama Presidential Center, it is set to host its grand opening this Thursday, and according to the Obamas, will embody the jewels and essence they've learned along the way. Let's talk about it more in the comments below. How do you feel about Barack Obama's somewhat subtle response to Michelle Obama being called a man? Should he have been a bit more direct, or was this not the moment to highlight such disrespect? And for more news and comedy, culture, and sports, be sure to subscribe here to our YouTube channel and go ahead and follow Hype Plus across all social media. And if you enjoy content like this, head over to Hype Plus Club right now to get a membership to watch full interviews and more original content. And of course, if you have a story that you think we should cover, send us a message now at hypealerts.com. Reporting live from Hype Plus Club for Hype Plus News, I'm John Abba.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Save some lives.
How will your dream?
Now, I want y'all to see this, okay? Ford attack on UFC fight is another reason to build the White House ballroom. 47's Department of Jackhammering argues, okay? Yeah, as federal courts have looked skeptically by President 47's assertion that he can construct a massive new ballroom at the White House without approval from lawmakers, he's increasingly pointing to alleged attempts to harm him as why the project should continue apace. The latest iteration of that argument came late Tuesday when a top political appointee at the Justice Department said a possible foreign attack on the outdoor UFC fight nearly held at the White House last week. It demonstrates the need for the nearly 90,000 square foot event space. Ballroom's mass and height will be shielded from White House grounds from attack, give the Secret Service the visibility need to identify attackers. Brett Shamonti, head of the Department of Jackhammering Civil Division, told Federal Appeals Court in a brief letter, it will protect the president and guests at major events that are currently held in plastic tents that can't even protect highly esteemed guests from inclement weather, let alone high caliber bullets or kamikaze drones. Exactly attack that this Sunday would be Assan's plot to launch, he wrote, referring to temporary structures that would have been historically used for larger events held on the White House South lawn. The missive represents the department's latest bid to use violence in Washington, D.C. to buttress its arguments in defense of the project. Earlier this year, a powwow at the White House Correspondents' Dinner and a separate powwow incident near the White House were invoked by the administration as it sought to keep the courts in the nation's capital from frustrating work of the ballroom. So for those of you who are wondering, wait a minute, what? Ray, are you serious? Yeah, give me a moment. And y'all wait till y'all hear how old this person was. Y'all want you to see this right here. Okay, you ready for this? Right here. 19-year-old Tyson Proper in Ohio. OHIO. 19 years old. 19 years old. 19 years old. Let's read it. We're seeing in politics, which is, by the way, where the last destination came from there as well. 19-year-old would-be attacker of UFC event sought to use drones and was referred to police by his parents, FBI says. Federal officials have charged multiple people who claim discussed plots to attack the UFC fight event at the White House, including by using drones and empowerment. A team, including the Secret Service and FBI, uncovered messages discussing the plot between multiple individuals, according to criminal complaints against 5 people until Tuesday. According to a criminal complaint against one of the alleged plotters, the mother of one of the defendants, 19-year-old Tyson Proper, called local police on June 10th, said she was concerned about her son because of recent conduct, which included buying pals, communicating with a group of radicals online. Proper's mother had also seen her son researching mapping locations in Washington, D.C. near the White House, according to the complaint, and told officers that her son had said the group was looking at multiple locations for recon and hit and run missions. According to court documents, the group Proper joined was focused on some form of accelerationism ideology that believes the collapse of society should be expedited in order to form a better world. There it is there. We're moving on. Some members said in the chat they did not want people connected to Jeffrey Epstein running the country, according to the complaint, while Proper was also focused on targeting lawmakers who were pro-Israel. Other members expressed vehement anti-Semitism, as well as the belief the government is run by elites who sacrifice babies and are being protected by President 47. Well, I mean, listen, the president did rape a 13-year-old girl, judged the tightness of vulvas and vaginas, and forced a 13-year-old girl to perform fellatio. Jeffrey Epstein and the president walked around a young lady in his Taj Mahal casino. And let's not forget, I'm a play it. Sure am. Yep, I am going to play it every time. Every time. Every time. And every time. And every time. Give me a moment. Here we go.
Indicated that she loved it. Okay, she loved it until commercial break. In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be raped. Didn't she say that?
So, sir, I just want to confirm, it's your testimony that E. Jean Carroll said that she loved being sexually assaulted by you?
Well, based on her interview with Anderson Cooper, indicated that she loved it. Okay, she loved it until commercial break. In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be raped. Didn't she say that?
So, sir, I just want to confirm, it's your testimony that E. Jean Carroll said that she loved being sexually assaulted by you?
Well, based on her interview with Anderson Cooper, indicated that she loved it. Okay, she loved it until commercial break. In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be raped. Didn't she say that?
So, sir, I just want to confirm, it's your testimony that E. Jean Carroll said that she loved being sexually assaulted by you?
Well, based on her interview with Anderson Cooper.
Back to the article. Affidavit from an FBI agent says Proper later admitted to planning with others in the attack to attack the U.S. government during the UFC fight at the White House. Proper also allegedly shared images of members of Congress who support Israel as potential targets. The 19-year-old has been charged with several counts, including conspiracy to commit an offense against the United States and attempted murder of any officer or employee of the United States. Funny, when that happened on July 6th, the president pardoned everybody. Interesting. Very interesting. He has not entered a plea. CNN has reached out to an attorney listed for Proper. So this is the 19-year-old here. A white man, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, all right. There's only been one black man that tried. The rest of them have been white. Okay, moving on. Law enforcement later searched Proper's home and found a chat with detailed imagery of D.C., which highlights hyper locations with potential drone launch locations and other detailed tactical plan. Proper's father, meanwhile, told officers his son had been planning to leave to meet with the individuals over the weekend of the UFC fight and have also recently amassed gear, food, ballistic plates, a new hot pal, a rifle, lots of ammunition, extra magazines, and plate carriers with his recent graduation money. Graduated from high school and just tried to delete the president of the United States, man. His life is just damn over. The complaint against Proper states firearms include an AR-15 style rifle, a bullpup rifle, which houses certain mechanisms like the magazine behind the PAL's trigger, painted with an American flag, which you guys saw briefly. Proper was taken into a local hospital by police that night based on idle ideations. The complaint says the online group in a follow-up phone interview, the mother said Proper had recently started to interact with an online group who said they were ex-military and Christian-based. The complaint says they expressed ultra-religion and anti-government sentiments, especially signing grievances about government corruption, the handling of the Epstein files, data centers taking up all the water community and other government actions. Now, for those of you who are wondering how long this has been since this story been out, 17 hours ago, a day ago, 9 hours ago, 14 hours ago, and then there are some other people that also are a part of the plot. Okay. Let me see who these guys are here. Okay, it does show who they are. Okay, let's keep going. And other government actions, the complaint says, according to court documents, Proper started communicating with the group Vanguard of the Old in March of 2026 through TikTok layer moving to private messaging applications. Members of the group, according to law enforcement, believe the United States need to be destroyed and rebuilt. The primary private chat included 19 people with other smaller groups breaking off into different chats, based on sign roles like powers and powering locations. The complaint said some members allegedly discussed using the Potomac River as an escape route following an attack. Child, there's a particular thing that we went through as a people to get to freedom, but I will not disrespect Harriet Tubman by bringing that up. We're just going to move right along. If you caught it, you caught it. If you didn't, you didn't. Proper identified other members of the group when interviewed by the FBI, according to court records, who were quickly investigated and arrested by law enforcement. 2 alleged co-conspirators were arrested in California, with others arrested in Nebraska and Missouri. Each has been charged with conspiracy to murder and conspiracy to commit an offense against the United States. Warrants on private messaging apps. The group including Proper began planning a trip to D.C. for the week of the fight. Proper, however, said he was going to protest, but not to POW people, adding several members of the group were intent on violence, according to the complaint. In one of the initial messages to the group, Daniel Eskridge from Missouri allegedly told the group that the chats would be divided so no one had a full picture of the various plans, adding that our corporation has been stolen by corporations, politicians, and foreign actors, and calling for a restoration of the old republic. An unnamed co-conspirator told investigators that Eskridge was running the show the complaint against some states. Let's keep going here. Elkridge told others in the messages the plan was to get at least 3 trigger event ops fully planned and manned. Text that would send an undeniable clear message that we are waging war, rather. According to the complaint, he also believed that half of the U.S. military would join their efforts and was creating a bunker underneath the floorboards of his shed. In one message, Elkridge outlined the plan to attack the UFC fight with drones rigged with explosives and hypers positioned on rooftops to delete high-value targets and responding to law enforcement. Oh God, today y'all not even able to see it. I'm so sorry. I thought y'all were able to see it. Hang on. So right here, let me go back. We got time, y'all. It's all good. It's all good. So right here, they express ultra-religious and anti-government sentiments. Especially citing grievances about government corruption and the handling of Epstein files, data centers taking up all the water communities, other government actions. The complaint says, according to court documents, Proper started communicating with the group Vanguard of the Old in March of 2026 through TikTok layer moving to private messaging applications. Members of the group, according to law enforcement, believe the United States need to be destroyed and rebuilt. The primary chat included 19 people, with other smaller groups breaking off in different chats based on assigned roles like powers and powering locations. The complaint says some members allegedly discussed using the Potomac River as an escape following an attack. And like I said, I will not disrespect Harriet Tubman and that entity that we used to get to freedom. Will not do that. No. Proper identified other members of the group were interviewed by the FBI, according to court records, who were quickly investigated and arrested by law enforcement. 2 alleged co-conspirators were arrested in California, with 2 others arrested in Nebraska and Missouri. Each have been charged with conspiracy to murder and conspiracy to commit an offense against the United States. Warrants on private messaging apps. The group included Proper began planning a trip to D.C. for the weekend of the fight. Proper, however, said that he was going to protest, but not to POW people, and several other members of the group were intent on violence, according to the complaint. In one of the initial messages to the group, Daniel Eskridge from Missouri allegedly told the group that chats would be divided up so no one had a full picture of the various plans, adding that cooperation has been stolen by corporations, politicians, and foreign actors, and called for restoration of the old republic. Unnamed co-conspirators told investigators that Elkridge was running the show for the complaint against some states. Eskridge told others in messages the plan was to get at least 3 trigger event ops fully planned and manned attacks that would send an undeniably clear message that we're waging war. According to the complaint, he also believed that half of the U.S. military would join their efforts and was creating a bunker underneath the floorboards of his shed. In one message, Elkridge outlined the plan to attack the UFC fight with drones rigged with explosives and hypers positioned on rooftops to delete high-value targets and respond to law enforcement. If we pull off this correctly, we raise our army, he told the group, according to the complaint. Now, I want to show y'all something. All this right here had to be planned out, where the stage was going to be, where all of the food trucks and everything else. I do not know what this is here. This is not. I'm guessing there were fights here as well, or maybe this was like a photo op, because the fights were actually in front of the White House, right? So I don't know what this was here. Maybe these were some pre-fights, what have you. Maybe this was a booth, for these fights here. But all this had to be planned out. Event planning is a multi-billion-dollar business. I would even dare say trillion-dollar business, right? So I don't know how they would have been able, because when you are doing event planning, usually it is a contract, and whoever is supposed to be at that site is supposed to be there. Listen, I keep it real with you. Okay, so let's continue on here. According to those messages, members in the group discussed practicing with drones rather, and one unnamed person claimed to be able to build drones that could subvert standard remote jamming from law enforcement. Proper also had allegedly planned to pick up another member of the group on his way to DC from Ohio. That person, complaint said, was trying to procure a firearm for the trip. Proper said the group planned to deploy drones with explosive devices in order to cause panic, drawing high-value targets, going wealthy people, politicians to evacuate where IPers and additional powers in the group be stationed, according to the complaint. So create a massive panic so that way they can focus on, because to create a massive panic so that way the wealthy people and politicians would be like, oh my God, what do I do? So as you try and figure out, listen, I'm giving it to you real raw and direct. Okay. This is like actually, this is actual news, y'all. Not what I'm doing, okay, because I'm more of a commentator than a journalist, but I'm a commentator with a journalist's soul. Accountability, responsibility, and integrity, okay? According to messages revealed in complaints, members of the group discussed practicing with drones. Oh, yeah, I already read all that. Not bad. In messages reviewed by law enforcement, Proper said one of his possible targets was Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn, because she's taking money from the Israel lobby. Proper sent other images to people of the group he felt should be targeted, including other senators and members of Congress. Images investigators believe were taken from an anti-Israel website. Drones and explosives. The group also discussed finding a cook. If you don't know what cooking is, go watch Breaking Bad, or you can go watch the Recaps YouTube channel. Review Breaking Bad. There's plenty of. By the way, shout out to all the recap channels. I watch y'all all the time. Y'all are highly entertaining. I love it. I fucking love y'all. To build explosives to attach drones and look into stealing explosive materials from a military and ammunition plant in Kansas. Another individual charged in the alleged plot, Abraham Alvarez, allegedly discussed targeting the president, vice president, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and billionaire Elon Musk, court documents. They said, all y'all, all of yous, the lot of yous, the whole lot, the whole block. Okay, they were not playing at all. Alvarez allegedly said in chats one of the group's leaders that he was working on procuring a drone operator and had at least one drone with another unnamed co-conspirator working to build a more complaint against some states. According to the complaint, Alvarez told others on June 11th that he was gathering explosive material and will start cooking now. Our evacuation options are too pricey with our current assets. Alvarez let the world, I can get the $15K, but it will take time, not enough, so we need another way out. I'm open to suggestions. So far, we have the cake and the drones being worked on today and tomorrow. I'm trying to think, is cake like code for something? Or are they actually going to like bring an actual cake? Be like, happy birthday, and then it's like, I'm just guessing, y'all, okay? The complaint against Alvarez does not clarify whether law enforcement recovered any drones or explosive device Alvarez. So I believe this is equipment. This is equipment acquired by Proper, which includes several hundred boxes of ammunition, estimated by law enforcement to be in the thousands of rounds of ammunition, 2 plate carriers with AR-style magazines, an AR-style rifle, and a bullpup Eiffel painted with the American flag. This is some equipment here. Guerrilla style warfare. Brian Roa, who officers arrested in California, told law enforcement he was traveling to D.C. to protest the UFC event, but he was not. Let's say he was not involved with the alleged conspiracy, according to charging documents against him. Officers found firearms, tactical belt, and rails inside of his car. Another individual from California, Michael Thomas, who was allegedly on the chats with Proper and others, told law enforcement after he was detained that he had helped plan the attack, according to court filings. Screenshots of chats from court filings included images of roads and area shots of the White House shared between messages detailing where sniper teams and drone launch points would be located. Thomas and Roa met on at least one occasion to practice firearms training, according to investigators. In messages with the group, Thomas also allegedly touted his desire for guerrilla-style warfare, executions, and additional plans for the group, including jailbreaks for those arrested. So this is Michael Allen Thomas on the left right here, Michael Allen Thomas, and then Brian Arnold Roa on the right, respectively. Secret Service Deputy Director Matt Quinto reports Tuesday that the investigation into the UFC fight threat is active and ongoing. There are still suspects at large. We're going to work until everyone's been identified, Quinn said. Roy Seven, when asked Tuesday during the G7 summit in France if he had been briefed about the threat, and said, I haven't heard about it. So basically, this is the fifth time the president has almost been tried at. This is the fifth time that somebody has tried to take the president out. I would just step down. Like, it's just not worth your life being over because somebody don't like you. Not to mention too the risk that you pose to your family. Moving on. Around 100,000 people gathered for the UFC fighting event, which was held on Sunday on 47's 80th birthday. He's 1 year away from being as old as Sleepy Joe. Child. Gonna call somebody old, but now you're old too. Wow. That's our program for the United States 250th anniversary. No, this is to celebrate him. This is a glorified celebration of him. He is basically the more extreme version of Colonel Tom Parker. Okay. The event, which was held in an arena built on the White House South Lawn, also featured a festival for the fans on the Ellipse. And apparently, they have a plan to remove all that from the South Lawn. So it's probably going to be patches, like real damage. Okay, so just careless energy that is just going to be there for it. Carelessness that's going to be there forever after it's all said and done. Secret Service handled all security on the White House grounds, while police was the point on the eclipse. I guess maybe. Now I don't know what the eclipse is. I'm guessing that this part was the eclipse right here. I guess. Now, if you're saying the hotel, you can literally see the White House like right there, which is crazy work. I'm guessing this might be the eclipse right here. This watchtower where they can see everything. I'm guessing. Just guessing. Let's continue on. Including multiple street closures. It took about 19 months of planning and weeks of setup to bring 47's vision together. The roughly $60 million price tag was fled by UFC, though federal government was in charge of first aid, medical services, law enforcement, security. Make sure you're only serving the white people, no blacks, no minorities, except if they are giving cultural capital so I can gain financial capital to keep causing hell to people. Only those people get medical aid and first aid. My God. Hey! According to White House Management and Administration Director Joshua Fisher, Secret Service officials Matt Patel. Not them being mad at the guy that's allowing racism and everything in between. Oh no. The guy that bought whiskey for his team. The one who got big mad that his wife got a whole article done about. Oh no! Secret Service officials whose agency partnered with the FBI investigation, are angry with FBI Director Kash Patel, saying he prematurely posted the news that people connected to the plan had been arrested. Officials in the Secret Service and FBI were frustrated with Patel's post on Twitter, which had plans to announce charges once they had been unsealed by federal judges across California, Missouri, and Ohio. Two sources told CNN to put it out and just selfishly tweet is just poor form. And the administration and the president, his pores ain't poor form. Oh my Lord Jesus. One Secret Service official said, adding many who worked on the case were shot when Patel posted about their arrest early Tuesday morning. During a press conference Tuesday, Quinn also had harsh words but did not mention Patel by name. I'll tell you a phrase I learned early in my career in the New York field office, and that's don't choke on your own smoke. Quinn said, knowing that anyone that believes the case was worked up level is naive. Quinn added the Secret Service led that investigation. Yeah, I can tell you that the case is ongoing. In order to maintain the integrity of the investigation, the security point, we chose not to leak it. In a joint statement, the FBI and the United States Secret Service told CNN the FBI and the United States Secret Service are proud of our strong working relationship. This investigation highlights that continuous partnership could not have happened without the great work and coordination between our two agencies. Partner agencies have previously been frustrated by Patel's lack of coordination, messaging, and announcements around key investigations and law enforcement efforts. In 2025, Patel was heavily criticized for multiple instances of getting ahead of officials, mumbling information in certain cases, including the deletion of Charlie Kirk. The story has been updated for additional developments. CNN's Josh Campbell contributed to this. Let's roll on. So now we get to Kelly Price. For me to take out.com, Kelly Price claims she was under attack from witchcraft. Child Elphaba won't even deal with you. Good Lord Jesus. And she's actually the good witch. R&B diva Kelly Price sparks catastrophic welfare concerns after terrifying 2-hour Instagram live meltdown, claiming she's under spiritual attack. Honey, pull the curtains close and get on your knees because the entire R&B world is an absolute unified state of panic right now. That's a lie. But anyway, the legendary Kelly Price, well, legendary is in the eye of the beholder, but moving on, known globally for her soaring powerhouse vocals and timeless gospel-infused hits. I would say Karen Clark Sheard is more of a legend than Kelly Price in the world of gospel, but that's neither here nor there. Let's continue on. Completely sent the internet into a tailspin last night after jumping onto Instagram Live when fans thought it was going to be a casual late night chat developed quickly into a deeply disturbing marathon broadcast that lasted nearly 2 full hours, looking visibly disheveled, frantic, and thoroughly exhausted. The Grammy-nominated diva left thousands of viewers in real-time horror as she aggressively claimed her life was in danger. It was an imminent danger. Shout out to Tone the Don for this. Here we go.
It's coming out soon enough. I'm not playing with anybody. And I'm going to heaven when I die. And I'm not dying until Jesus says.
Okay.
This is out here is crazy. It's a whole out here. And yes, I'm a kingdom. I'm not church. I'm kingdom. I'm not church. This girl done went and had plastic surgery, build a body, and stop buying dollar store wigs to look like me. She's been stalking me for 3 years.
Is this the person here? I'm just asking questions. No shade. No dragging. No hateration. I'm just asking.
We in federal court. What's happening next? You want to play? I pray, and I got a whole lot of people that pray with me every night. Let me tell you how God works. Since you've been getting readings on me.
You know, sometimes there's a quote that's from a cartoon that asks, does God stay in heaven because he's in fear of what he's created? Exhibit A.
To see what the hell is happening. Since you done cloned my phone, tried to change my ticket, locked me out my computer today, sent my friend to the hospital last night. Tried to kill my driver while I was in the car. Let's play. Show up in Atlanta tomorrow if you want to.
Girl, have you been watching Power or Empire? She. Okay.
On my phone, you know where I live now? Show up in Atlanta if you want to.
You know you don't run Atlanta, right? Okay.
That's the type of time I'm on. That's the type of time this will be on every blog before I catch my plane in 3 hours. That's the type of time.
She has a plane to catch? Somebody is still keeping Kelly Price employed? Oh my.
I'm on. I've been keeping my mouth shut because you got little kids. I got kids. I got grandkids, and I'm somebody's mother. But your daughter's a little hoe. You train.
Now, see. Now, if somebody said your kids were a hoe, you would have problems.
Her the right way. 17 years old, came in the house and tried to sleep with my husband. You put witchcraft on me. Yeah, I never loved that man.
First of all, what? 17-year-old sleeping with your husband? Child, you know what? Oh,
and my sister sent him into me. She a witch and she sing in church every Sunday.
Well, I mean, not all witches are at church. I mean, there's a witch right now on my screen talking nonsense, but okay.
She sent him into me and then played on y'all top and played on mine.
Let's continue.
Saying that I was kidnapping him while she was paying him.
We're going to be here a while. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my God. 12, 13, 14, 15. We're going to get through them all, y'all know.
A handler. I don't put my business in the street. This is a testimony. I'm not playing. You want to play? Show up in the city of Atlanta. You're going to have a problem tomorrow.
So a testimony is calling somebody else's kid a hoe and saying that their 17-year-old daughter is sleeping with your husband. That's a testimony? Okay.
My gun is registered. God kicking that behind. You ain't got but so long to live. When's your last doctor's appointment? Selling stuff in hotels. You started OnlyFans in my name. This been going on for 3 years.
Child, do you have evidence or no?
Dating accounts. I want this on every blog in the morning. Show up in Atlanta.
Child, just because you asked for it to be on every blog doesn't mean it's going to happen. I mean, we're doing it because it's a topic. It's something that's in the group chat. It has a hold on people, but we're not doing it because we actually care about you. But can continue.
Security in my building called me tonight after my concert and told me that I just called them.
You know, I personally think that Kelly Price is the plus size version of Nicki Minaj. Okay. I mean, at this point, all Kelly Price has to do is say that she supports the president, and they'll be sisters. Let's continue on.
Show up in Atlanta. That's my city.
It's not your city. Keisha Bottoms is running for governor. You know, and you're not the mayor either. I would say Jermaine Dupri is more Atlanta than you. I would say the Brat's more Atlanta than you. I would say that Candy Burrs is more Atlanta than you. I would say Delta Airlines is more Atlanta than you. I would say Chick-fil-A is more Atlanta than you. I would say Church's Chicken is more Atlanta than you. And it's Church's Chicken that was founded in Texas. Heifer shit. Continue.
Try it, and I could come to your city, but I don't give a damn about where you live.
You don't give a damn about where she lives, but yet you say you'll come to her city. Okay.
Praise the Lord.
The Lord's like, I will strike you down and make you go to hell. Keep bringing up my name, damn it. Do it again if you want. That's what God is saying. I'm God's translator tonight. Okay.
And God showed me that your mama's in the grave because she was doing the same thing to your daddy.
Yeah, somebody talked about her mama, her dad. It just this.
I don't play on dead people, but your mama.
You just did.
Taught you how to do this. You ain't never had a man that loved you. Everybody that's ever loved you, you put a spell on.
Just like you did when people were concerned about you being kidnapped and shit, and trying to do welfare checks, and you said, "Fuck them." That's what you said. Okay.
This is the kind of stuff we go through in the industry. People playing on our tops.
No, Ashanti is beloved. Mary J is beloved. My wife Jill Scott Lee is beloved. Who else? When Houston was still here, she would be beloved. Yeah, we actually love some people. We can't stand you. Continue.
I mind my business and I go home.
You mind your business and go home. I would love to know who has told these lies, please.
I don't bother nobody. A lot of people are angry right now. I don't care. You want to play? Let's play. This is how I stay safe.
Child, the person who created all that hell and beyond the gates is more charming than you. What the hell?
Do you want me to post your picture on my social media? So when you drive in from dusty ass Mississippi, everybody in the city know what you look like?
Child.
Build a bitch.
You know, she's saying build a bitch when, well, people have said that you overweight, but listen, okay. All right. Moving on. Just, oh God, Jesus Christ. Hey, y'all, look at this shit. She live now. She live now. She live right now.
See through people. As a kid, I would just say what I saw. And my mother would slap me in the mouth. She
I was
knew I
gonna
was
follow
telling
all
the truth.
celebrities, but
But
I forgot.
God
I
would
can
show me
talk
things
y'all
that grown
through this.
people
I
were doing.
need you. I need this.
And as you know, little kids, they just blurt stuff out.
Just like grown women do, like yourself. But moving on, back. Oh my God. Okay, let's keep going. Now. We're gonna get through it together. Don't you worry.
And yes, Jesus loves me. You know that because the demon in you told you to leave me alone. I was too high ranked in the spirit.
Jesus does not love you. Stop lying on God's name like that, please.
The cops know about it. Something got to happen to me before they give me a restraining order. I don't play with nobody. I go home.
No one has ever said that.
I go home. I'm sorry that you sat and obsessed over my life. I went through everything.
You have a life? Shocking. Wow. I mean, you sound like a more famous version of thirsty toxicity than me, but that's neither here nor there.
People call me fat too, dummy. I had to take it to the Lord in prayer. I did let go and let God. Y'all stop being dumb Christians.
Stop being dumb Christians. Child, it takes a dumb Christian to know a dumb Christian.
That's why so many people in the grave right now. David took Goliath's head off with his stop being dumb Christians, stop being ignorant. That's why so many people are dead before their time.
Child, you might be dead before your time if you run up on the wrong person. Good Lord Jesus. Okay, we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it.
Use the word of God. He's a God of war, not just a God of peace. I've been doing a series on warfare.
And no one's seen it.
I've been doing a series on warfare, trying to teach y'all how to use your sword. It's the word of God. I use the word of God. I'm supposed to sit in the corner and let somebody just keep playing on my top. Why am I?
You use the word of God? Because none of this sounds like anything God would approve.
I'm going to tell y'all something. It will be on every blog in 3 hours. Come to Atlanta if you want to. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You should be trying to get your kids out of CPS right now.
Good damn.
If somebody can sit online and create a whole second life, y'all done cloned my phone already. Oh, I've had a builder bitch stalking me for about 3 years.
Now you calling somebody a builder bitch when you could look like one yourself. Child, I cannot.
You got him. Why you mad?
I'm doing this for y'all. Just know.
I told myself. And listen, it was witchcraft the whole time. The same sister y'all screamed at me about hired him. She goes to the Dream Center Church.
You can't make this shit up. So the person that you say you will go to Mississippi, you hired them? Oh my God.
Of Atlanta. She came there after I went there and joined. And she's there every Sunday. Y'all doxed me? Let's go to church tomorrow, y'all. Today, excuse me.
You're not excused.
Let's go. You coming to my house?
No. In the past, President,
I'm a public figure. I have to expect to be less safe because people know me. And you mad?
People know you. People know you. Oh God. Child, if I had to put my money on who could lose their mind in 0.00 sec, Mr. Blutowski, 0.0. Now I'm about to tell you why I want you to tell John, Jeff, and Jacob now. I want you all, I want you out. Out of my house. I want you out of my house by 9 o'clock Monday morning. If I had to bet which black woman could lose her ever-loving fucking mind in 0.0 seconds, I would say Tina Campbell before Kelly Price. Have you seen what she did on Mary reality show that was on WeTV? Let's continue on.
Keeper of the family secrets. Sending witchcraft to my friends. And I may as well say it because y'all sent it to me. I went to go support my friend last night. And you sent witchcraft to her show in Birmingham last night. And she landed in the hospital after her show. You sent witchcraft to my driver. He landed in the hospital after driving for me for over 10 years. I'm not gonna watch the people drop around me that I love. God's gonna protect them. And you going to hell. Now you can go to hell after living for a while. Or you.
I feel so sad for her kid. Like, why is my mama a fucking lunatic? What? Can I, you know what? I can't talk to my friends about that. Hey. Y'all remember nephew Top where he was when he was in the closet. I'm in the closet. I need some help. I don't know what to do. I was just working. Hey, there's a crazy black woman speaking to people through a phone. Kelly Price. She's at for now. And 1, 2, get her the fuck out of here. That's the zip code. Get your fucking ass here now. Like that's what the kids were doing in the closet. And the dad was just on the outside, just my kids, just call police. It's okay. Don't worry. I got you. That's what they were doing.
You can go to hell. Immediately coming after me. I'm staying safe. And I'm not scared of you, but I want people to know you coming in town from Mississippi and Memphis.
Mississippi and Memphis, so you know her manifest? Okay. By the way, manifest is, basically the itinerary of who's playing, all that stuff, and whether we're going to go with it. Let's
So bring your raggedy little car that you bought with my stolen inheritance when my grandparents died.
This is giving single black female energy on Lifetime, child. You got a twin sister.
Come to Atlanta.
Yeah, we got 1, 2, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 more, y'all.
Sunday's a great day to be in Atlanta. We still do church for real. Y'all playing in Memphis.
Memphis ain't got nothing to do with this. Stick to the Bronx.
That's why the Church of God in Christ ain't what it was. Ain't been that in a long time. Y'all mad too because I'm talking about your BS. If y'all was really fasting and praying and on your stuff instead of telling people they going to hell while y'all sleeping with people and raping their kids, got 15, 11 kids in the church.
Whoa. First of all, you can't say that Memphis is doing all that, because not every person in Memphis is doing that. I would like to raise this point of, unless you know what's going on, keep your damn mouth shut. Bruh. Can she get you know what? No, I can't suggest UFC. There used to be a show called Bully Beatdown on MTV. Can we bring that show back and just get a female fire for Kelly Price? Kelly Price fights a female fire, and that woman just beats Kelly Price down. This child, she need to be handled disrespectfully. Also, put Malago Grams in the ring, put Tasha K in the ring, and put AL in the ring since he want to be a pussy. Good damn. I can't do this shit.
And talking about somebody going to hell because they sing love songs. Lord have mercy. I can't wait Jesus. I can't wait. I get to take everything. I'm tired. I'm not scared. I'm tired. 3 years of this.
Oh my God, today.
And you mad because when I pray, God hears me?
God hears CC Wines before he hears you. Stop it.
Okay. Everybody ain't doing magic. Some of us are actually prophetic and have real gifts. I don't go get readings on you.
You have a gift?
You talk to God, he'll talk back. I hear death in my ear.
Death is usually the devil, child. I don't. God's about life, not death. Ooh, okay.
We carry high security with glickies all day. You won't know who they are. They blend in the crowd. You was on your way to my concert this week. That's what I heard in prayer this morning. I heard you was.
The angels did not say that. I'm so sorry, angels of heaven. And Bit Mama, I know you would never be a part of that. And Auntie, I know you wouldn't be a part of it either, because my mama told me that you and I were both firecrackers. So, listen, the angels of heaven ain't got nothing to do with this hell that's going on right now.
Going to die in a car accident trying to drive to Kansas. And you changed your mind, so you figure you stop over in Atlanta and wait for me to get home?
Child, why couldn't we just have Angie Stone still be here upon the earth? People actually like Angie Stone.
The only way to expose the enemy
is to obliterate it, eviscerate it, and give no fucks about how it dies. Yes, I fully agree with that.
Is to expose the enemy. I don't bother anybody. I've made my share of mistakes. I hear death in my right ear.
Once again, death is the devil, and you made your mistakes, but you keep being a mistake. Child, I can't.
Let's play. But I'm not playing because this is not a game for me. This is about my life. But you would know that because you don't have one. You tried to take mine.
Once again, if you really have a life, you actually be living it, not walking around your house like you are in an insane asylum of your own demise. Oh my God.
It wasn't COVID. It was witchcraft, y'all.
So now, wait till y'all see the video, because Chef Don 2 years ago brought out a story about Kelly Price that I covered. Just wait. In the words of John Moore, just hold on a little while longer.
It wasn't COVID. It was witchcraft. I've been waiting to tell y'all that for so long now. I'm talking about myself.
No, you're talking about the currents behind you. Of course you're talking about yourself.
All my eyes were closed.
You know what's really sad? This is what monogamy is going to go into, child.
I was cloaked.
And I don't mean size, I mean soul.
I was in the house with a demon that was poisoning me.
You were in a house with a demon. Are you self-projecting that you're the demon? Listen, the words of Candace Dill Bassett, which, by the way, your triangle line needs to be out. I'm ashamed and beside myself and disgusted with your behavior that you don't have the triangle line. And Wendy Williams should be modeled for it. But in the words of Candace Dill Bassett, I am projecting that you're the insecurity.
Putting stuff in my food, stuff in my drinks. Y'all have seen me support my grandparents down through the years. My mother separated them for the last years of their life and put them in 2 different places. I used to go so I could take my grandfather to see my grandmother. It was her way to get back at her parents, who she hated. She hated holiness. She hated the church. She was in a covenant when I was born.
She was in a covenant? Oh my God. So you're trying to talk about this person that did witchcraft, but your mother was in a covenant. Oh God. And you say your mother hated the church, but yet you also hate the church. So the sins of the mother go to the daughter, just like the sins of the father go to the son. Okay.
He was hired to come in because they found my grandparents' will. Nobody knew what my grandparents had. Y'all know how old people with land and stuff? They left me everything in the will. I didn't get the Zoom link to the funeral until 10 minutes before the funeral was over, and I didn't get the Zoom link to the reading of the will at all. I didn't know my grandparents had a will. I didn't care. Grown people older than me, my mother, her sister.
You didn't care about the will, but yet you took your grandpa to see your grandma.
My sister, who y'all supported the whole time and said, why would...
Oh, here we go.
I don't mess with my family, and I never talked to them about y'all. I never talked about them to y'all down through the years. I was the keeper of the family secrets. Old school, what happens in this house stays in this house. I didn't feel obligated to say anything like this. If you coming for me, the whole world is gonna know, and they're gonna hunt you down. They've been telling people I do dark magic. It's called prophecy, didn't it?
Prophecy is not dark magic, y'all. Don't let this false prophet. Just like that old, decrepit, dilapidated false prophet that AL pulled up to try to shade Millie Chuck. Don't let false prophets determine how you move in life, okay? Child, and apparently he was a preacher kid. God bless his mother's vagina. I'm so sorry that you popped that out. My God, you should have swallowed him. But moving on.
The demon tell you that?
And to the dad, you should not have went through her to create him. Moving on.
It's called dreams. It's called being in the last days. Sons and daughters will prophesy. Old men, y'all, I'm old, dream dreams and see visions. But you don't read the word. It's just a Bible sitting in your places where you go to have your meetings when you walk in. We got Bibles in churches, but don't make you say cars sitting in the garage that don't make it. Come on.
What do the cars have to do with the Bible? Okay.
What happens next is, if anything happens, everybody knows what's been happening for the last 3 years.
Child, a lot has happened in 3 years.
Well, that I know of. It's really been longer than that. I don't dabble in witchcraft. I had to learn about it on my own. I've been talking about it. I've been shadow banned for 5 months. I've been trying to teach people so they know what the signs are to look for. You can be in church all your life. It's people that speak in tongues every Sunday. That ain't tongues. So it's an ancient language from the demon that's living in them. My inheritance was stolen, yes. But I didn't look at the history of my Instagram. Look at the way I loved on my grandparents and the way they loved on me. Look at the way they looked at me. Nobody ever went to go see them. Industry's involved with the family too. I mean, hell, you know what happens to people who don't talk? They end up gone and nobody knows what really happened.
Child, that's true in some cases, but other times people just like to be in peace and not in pieces.
And I've been sitting on this. It was the family and the industry. You're coming to Atlanta? Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play. I don't have your information. My grandfather laid his hands on me, they knew it. I didn't care about a will. I was taking care of them.
But you said you didn't care about the inheritance, though. Okay. But you took your grandpa to see your grandpa, and then you're utilizing their passing to prove your argument for this bullshit. Oh my God.
I was removed as a family. All my exes, and I haven't had a lot of exes, but my exes, hell, I married the first nigga that said he loved me. That was my second handle, and my mama was my first.
Child, we see why that they were exes. They got away from this.
Church boy, right. Let me tell you about how God works.
2 more slides.
Locked out of my Delta account, couldn't get in there. Changed my password at least 10 times in the last 3 days. You want to talk? Let's talk. Y'all can't find me? Queen Superior Court? Judge on the take? Lady in the clerk's office who I emailed? You sent me back a nasty email and told me don't write you back. My lawyer needs to contact you. How many people go to probate court and don't have lawyers? You'd be surprised. I know the law better than you.
Oh my God, child. Not you being a more famous version of Beth being beautifully honest. I was in law for 10 years. Child.
The neighborhood court where I went to school and where my grandfather had a church, and nobody recognized my name. Nobody even looked to see if it was the same Kelly Price.
They probably saw the name and was like, oh, not this heifer. Just forget about her. It's okay. That's probably what really happened.
You let my sister walk in there and tell y'all she was me? Have you seen my sister?
Oh, not you shaming the looks of your sister. Oh, my.
The same one who went on shows with my daughter, who also testified against me. The man that they hired who testified against me. This case has been going on for 5 years. I didn't know about it. I didn't love my grandparents because I thought they had anything. They lived a very modest life. My grandfather never took a paycheck. He got one offering a month on the 3rd Sunday of every month, and he lived off of that, his veterans benefits and Social Security and whatever I did to help them. I wish I had known sooner that I could have moved them, but my mother removed me from the family list and told them that if I came, I could only be seen as a visitor. As my grandparents got towards the end of their life, I used to go to New York. I was going almost every other week. Look at the history of my Instagram to make sure that they knew that somebody loved them at the end of their lives. I would go just so I could take my grandmother to my grandfather to see my grandmother. My grandmother's debilitating stroke. She only came back halfway. She needed 24-hour care, so she went into the hospital and never went back home. They were lovers. They were married. They had been together since they were in their 20s. They've been married over 70 years. She put them in 2 different places and wouldn't even let them be together for the end of their life. You want to talk? You want to play? Let's play. Let's talk. I'm 53 years old. I've been holding these secrets. R&B divas, they made fun of me when I said I was raped at 3 years old. I was sacrificed at 3 years old.
First of all, it wasn't cool that you went through that. But let's get that straight. And that should never be condoned for Kelly or any child, man or woman, baby, dog, fish, cat, whatever. That should never be condoned. It should never be allowed. And you should stomp that motherfucker out. Disrespectful.
Why? Because my mother went and got a reading before I was born. Anybody that knows anything about the occult and witchcraft, you know what I'm saying is true. You coming up Atlanta tomorrow? I'll see you when you get there. You called where I live tonight and spoke to the security in my apartment building while I was on stage tonight in Kansas. They waiting on you too.
You know, I just realized, y'all, this is a better looking version of Miss Banshee-nosis. It took me a while. And the reason why I said this is a better looking version of Miss Banshee-nosis, because for one, Kelly Price is more hood than she could never be. Number two, she got resources to be outside and not trapped up in her car. and finally, number three, and this is the biggest thing, right? The sad thing is people will actually be outside defending Kelly Price before nobody supports Miss Banshee-nosis. It took me a while to realize it. This is a more famous, better looking, better incoherent version and better just overall decrepit version of Miss Banshee-nosis. That's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Banshee-nosis if she actually looked good, sounded more incoherent, and actually was pleasing to look at. But why would you want to look at something ugly, disgusting, and tired anyway? But moving on. The internet is universally the internet is universally holding its collective breath, said no one ever, because of the nature of the broadcast. It's sparked intense whispers that the beloved starlet once again said no one ever may be actively enduring some sort of severe psychotic breakdown instead of her usual poised demeanor. Poised? Oh my God. She is not very cutesy, mindful, or demure at all. Kelly spent the grueling 2 hours weeping, pacing, and declaring to her followers that she is currently the prime target of a highly coordinated demonic spiritual attack. Sheer panic in her voice was entirely too real. The heavy paranoia radiating through the screen had her comment section completely overwhelmed with fans frantically begging her close friends and authorities to rush to check her home for an immediate welfare check. Pouring out blood red family secrets as the camera rolled, the singer completely tore down the walls of privacy, unleashing a non-stop torrent of toxic family laundry that left onlookers utterly speechless. No one in her immediate circle was safe from the firing lines. Kelly began aggressively exposing deep, dark secrets surrounding her late mother, sister, daughter, and her estranged husband. I thought Kelly Price was married. She's estranged now. Okay, moving on. She claimed that the people who were supposed to protect her have actively turned against her. Maybe she created circumstances for them to turn against her. What a shocking concept that is. Painting a terrifying picture of isolation and betrayal. The narrative got incredibly muddy and she bounced frantically from topic to topic without making much logical sense. She alleged that her own bloodline has a weapon has been weaponized against her, suggesting that financial greed, deep-seated familiar jealousy has played a role in her support system. And the friend of mine, songstress, unraveled decades of private household pains of thousands of strangers, felt deeply voyeuristic. I think the voyeurs are offended by that statement, leaving fans heavily convinced that she is completely detached from reality right now. She ain't the only one. Moving on, paranormal demons and urgent cries for help. The most chilling aspect of the entire broadcast is Kelly's insistence that her physical safety is actively being compromised by dark forces. Well, I mean, if you're a dark force yourself, I mean, you are what you consume. So, you know. She repeatedly stared into the lens, claiming that unseen enemies were tracking her movements and trying to silence her forever. Child, maybe the silence is not for her, it's for us to be in peace by constantly framing ourselves. No, I'm not sorry, y'all. Oh my God, framing her current emotional distress at a little supernatural warfare zone. The singer revealed the level of extreme psychological fragility that has the entire community deeply heartbroken. It's incredibly tragic. It's an incredibly tragic turn of events for a woman who has spent her entire life using her voice to heal others through song. I just had to go sleep for a minute. What? Does this article say something important? Because I fell asleep to the bullshit. So industry peers and devastated fans are completely flooding social media timelines this morning, desperately trying to coordinate a real world intervention before the situation escalates any further. Family secrets she spilled are messy, but right now the only thing that truly matters is getting this legendary icon the immediate medical and psychological sanctuary she so desperately needs. Stay tuned, honey, because the streets are actively praying for Kelly tonight. Okay. All right. Let's continue on, y'all. From complex.com, courtesy of Yahoo News, everybody. Or Yahoo Entertainment, rather. From Complex, Kelly Price claimed alleged stalker got plastic surgery and cloned her phone. Kelly Price is making headlines again after leveling a series of strong allegations against a woman she claims have been stalking her the past 3 years. The singer says has escalated from impersonation into a campaign that affected her family, friends, personal life. According to The Root, shouts The Root, during a recent Instagram Live, Price identified the alleged stalker as a woman named Whitney. Wow. Shut up! And accused her of going to extraordinary lengths to mimic her appearance. It's just out here is crazy. Takes one to know one. Price said this girl done went out here had plastic surgery. Built a itch body. Stopped buying dollar store wigs to look like me. She was talking to me for 3 years in federal court. I don't play with demons. I slay them. Kelly Price goes off on a woman, says she stalked her for years, on the phone, tried to delete her driver, put witchcraft on her, and claims the woman star tried to sleep with her husband. Everything that you guys just saw. I'm not playing that again. That was too much. Price claims didn't stop there. The singer alleged that the other woman cloned her phone, gained access to private information, locked her out of her computer, created OnlyFans account, her identity, and revealed multiple people connected to her. She also accused the woman of targeting members of her inner circle, claiming the alleged stalker's actions that went friends to the hospital and endangering her personal driver. She cloned my phone. She locked me out of my computer, Price said before, alleging the woman has spent years attempting to infiltrate various aspects of her life. Price also introduced a spiritual dimension to her allegations, claiming the woman had engaged in witchcraft and attempted what she described as a destiny swap. She did not provide evidence for those claims during the live stream. At one point, the singer made it clear that her patience had run out. I do hold my peace. I let the Lord fight my battles. Moving on. But this has been 3 years too long, Price says. She later claimed authorities are aware of the situation, but told her they cannot intervene until a crime had actually occurred. Price also issued a warning directed at the alleged stalker. Show up and say, "You're going to have a problem tomorrow." She said, "My pal is registered." Live stream marks the latest public controversy involving Price last year. The Grammy-nominated vocalist sparked debate after blasting online critics who mocked her appearance, calling some of the comments she received cruel, disrespectful, targeting Black women, in particular for their statements. The backlash generated a high-profile response from boxing champion Chris Shields, who publicly defended Price and argued celebrities are frequently targeted for their looks rather than their work. No. Some people put themselves in situations to be talked about. Okay. Just like Kenya Moore did revenge P to Britt Eady, yeah, we dragged her because of that. Okay. All right. Just like Amanda Seals was talking about Kamala Harris, Tabitha Speaks, and Jasmine Crockett when she has not done a fifth quarter or half of anything to make sure that this dumb uck and his administration, his supporters, couldn't rain hell upon everybody. We go after people who do dumb shit. Point blank period. Now, we're going to watch this video from my friends at RRG. I have not seen the video, but believe me, you. RRG is that channel. They're at 993,000 subscribers, and I hope when they get to 1 million that Auntie Regina does a live, because child, I would love to talk with her live. Let's watch RRG, Real Reality Gossip. Like, comment, share, subscribe to Real Reality Gossip. Here we go.
For years, Kelly Price has been one of the most respected voices in R&B, known for her powerhouse.
Wait a minute, hang on a second. Oh, wait, hang on.
Been one of the most.
Hang on now. We go from this. Okay, listen. I'm just pointing out things. Okay, I'm just pointing out some things. We go from that to this. Does it look clearer on 1 or 2? Does it look clearer on 1 or 2? Does it look clearer on 1 or 2? Now, if we zoom in on her eyes, right? Let's just zoom in on her eyes, right? Let's just zoom in. Are these more pleasant? Or are these more pleasant? Okay, I think we just go back to 1. Okay, let's zoom back out and watch this video. Okay.
Respected voices in R&B, known for her powerhouse vocals, gospel roots, and a career that survived decades in an industry that chews people up and spits them out. But lately, Kelly has been making headlines for reasons unrelated to music.
I'm 53 years old and I don't have time to play games. And with people playing on my top,
y'all are shady as fuck. They brought up Tanisha Thomas. By the way, Tanisha Thomas has lost a lot of weight, and she has evolved from Bad Girls Club. So proud, Tanisha. But y'all were shady boots. Y'all were shady boots.
And with people playing on my top, I keep saying, you haven't started a battle with me. You started a battle with heaven.
Fans are concerned after the singer shared a series of
Wait, Bishop T.D. Jackson speaking for all of
a battle with heaven.
Fans are concerned after the singer
T.D. Jackson speaking for all of heaven. Heaven look like, bitch, I know you.
Shared a series of shocking claims involving an alleged stalker, identity theft, and a situation she says has been taking place behind the scenes for years. What started as a few comments quickly spiraled into allegations involving cloned phones, impersonation, private information, and even threats to people in Kelly's inner circle. And as the story unfolded, many people were left asking the same question. Is Kelly Price exposing a terrifying ordeal that nobody took seriously, or is there something much bigger happening here?
Either that or she got her hands on a bad batch of some of that ooh-wee.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app with Base 44. Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible.
Code.
What, Auntie Regina? I'm not accusing, or nothing like that. I'm just saying.
But before Auntie gets us shut down for being all up in somebody else's business,
why I gotta be my fault?
Don't forget to scoop up something to munch on at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of Applewood smoked bacon jerky, freeze-dried goodies, and butter toffee peanuts. To give you a better idea of why we're really worried about Kelly, we have to take you back to 2021. Kelly got diagnosed with COVID and was admitted to the hospital. Her family told TMZ they remained in contact with Kelly while she was hospitalized, and her children visited her multiple times throughout her stay. However, about 3 weeks after she entered the hospital, her children received a call informing them that Kelly had been discharged. And that was when things got crazy. Her family contacted the authorities and told them that Kelly's boyfriend was keeping them away from her, and they were extremely concerned. From there, they reported her missing.
Reported her what? Fix it, Jesus.
Days later, Kelly contacted TMZ and stated that she was never missing. She said she had isolated herself as she recovered from her illness and was avoiding her family, whom she said didn't routinely stay in touch with her anyway. She also explained that her battle with COVID was a serious one, and she actually flatlined at one point and had to be brought back to life by doctors.
Look at God. He fixed it.
She alluded to some drama with her family, but she didn't spill the beans until 4 months later. In an interview with Vlad TV, Kelly alleged that while she was recovering from COVID, her sister tried to place her under a conservatorship to take control of her finances. According to Kelly, the move wasn't about helping her recover, it was about gaining access to her money.
What in the Britney Spears is going on here? What in the Wendy Williams do we have here?
And then fast forward to September 2025. During an Instagram Live rant, Kelly single-handedly alienated her entire fan base. She said she was sick and tired of the body-shaming comments under the social media posts from her most recent show.
And while you looking for a new job, I'm still going to be selling out theaters and venues, looking like a fat slob in clothes that you said that I look nasty in. And my feet are so damn big, and who dressed me, I'm still gonna be making my money.
What I am?
Boss you, Martin, probably gets asked to do this look so many damn times. But here's the thing, though, right? Not everybody was saying that about Kelly Price. I mind the business that pays me, okay? I haven't said not one thing about Kelly Price, except the thing that I'm going to show you here in just a minute, okay? So let's continue on, child.
Okay then, fatty. I mean, you mad as hell, ain't it?
Oh, but that wasn't it, Auntie. She called black women the nastiest, most disrespectful people and referred to them as DEI hires.
What in the Blacks for Trump is going on here? What in the MAGA fix-it ancestors? Fix it.
Look at my African American over there. Look, everyone, look at my African American over there. My Nick. No, I can't say the ER word. My you can't say the GA word. No, I can't say that either. Well, look at my black over there. Can I say Negro? Look at my black Negro over there.
Today.
Black women, you are some of the most nasty, disrespectful people on God's planet Earth.
As a black woman is speaking, nasty, disgusting, and vile things. Okay, child.
Things that you say about other black women, but you're an activist, and you are educated, and you are this, and you are that, and you are the other. To
you gotta laugh to just keep from going off.
You women activists out here, you DEI hires who getting ready to lose your job if you haven't lost it already, because guess what? I haven't lost mine. And
Child, had not been from Motown, all black artists would have been DEI hires. But moving on, and that includes you.
Don't lose it. Because while you fighting for somebody in another culture to get your job, God gave me my voice.
Now, as far as Kelly saying black women are her nastiest critics, it may feel true to her, but the logic doesn't hold up. The reality is much less complicated than Kelly makes it seem. Black women have been the foundation of her career from the very beginning. They're the ones who purchased the albums, streamed the music, packed out the concerts, and supported her through every high and low. So when criticism comes her way, it's naturally going to be more visible among black women, since they're the largest and most engaged segment of her audience.
Well, that makes sense. I'm sure it don't make sense to her, though. She ain't thought about it like that.
You can't spend decades building a career off the support of a particular community and then act shocked when members of that same community have opinions about your actions. That's the reality of having a fan base that has invested in you for years. And then there's the irony of it all. If black women were truly her worst critics, her career wouldn't have existed in the first place.
In my early days as an advertiser, running commercials on TV was guesswork. I knew to...
Hello, bestie. Let that hoe know.
While people were more than willing to wash their hands of her, the backlash died down quickly, and everyone moved on to the next scandal. But leave it to Kelly to drag the public right back into some tomfoolery. And that brings us to June 2026. In an Instagram Live, she made a series of startling claims about a woman she says has been stalking her for the past 3 years. The reason this story immediately grabbed attention was the fact that Kelly wasn't describing what sounded like a fan. She was describing what she believes is somebody who became obsessed with her life to the point of allegedly wanting to become her. According to Kelly, the woman had spent years attempting to infiltrate various aspects of her personal and professional life, and even her identity.
This girl done went and had plastic surgery, build a body, and stopped buying dollar store wigs to look like me. She's been stalking me for 3 years.
Now, wait. Hold on. Wait a damn minute now. Wait a minute. Kelly ain't a bad-looking woman at all. But who in the hell is trying to undergo...
By the way, I love how they just threw Taraji P. Henson here.
But who in the hell...
And let me tell you something. Taraji P. Henson is cookie line child. If I was Terrence Howard, I've been trying to screw her every damn chance I got when I was on the 7 Empire. That would have just been me. Taraji P. Henson. Taraji P. Henson Lee. It has a wonderful ring to it, but that's neither here nor there. Let's continue on.
Is trying to undergo surgery, go all up under anesthesia to look like her. Like, you know, if I was going to go look like somebody, I would choose, you know, Beyonce or hell, even Blue Ivy before I picked up a picture of Kelly like, doctor, this is what
By the way, can you not tell that Beyonce like guy like that? Okay, listen, she is better as a full-figured woman. Okay,
trying to look like yeah, bye. Where they do that at?
Now, most people have copied a celebrity hairstyle, purchased a similar outfit, or felt inspired by someone's image at some point. That's completely normal. But psychologists have long distinguished between admiration and identification. Admiration allows a person to remain secure in who they are while appreciating qualities they see in someone else. Identification, particularly when it becomes extreme, can lead to a person measuring their own value against another person's life and believing they would be happier if they could somehow become that individual.
Basically, the series Swarm with Dominique Fishback, which, by the way, Dominique Fishback, she's going to be an EGOT winner, believe you me. Moving on.
To researchers who study celebrity obsession and parasocial relationships, some individuals become so emotionally invested in a public figure that they begin blurring the line between themselves and the person they admire. The celebrity stops being viewed as a separate human being and becomes a symbol. They represent beauty, success, popularity, influence, wealth, validation, or some other quality the admirer feels is missing from their own life. In those situations, the fixation is rarely about the celebrity themselves. It's about what the celebrity represents. When Kelly described a woman allegedly altering her appearance to resemble her, this is a major red flag. Because if someone genuinely becomes convinced that another person's life contains everything they desire, copying a hairstyle won't be enough.
Yolanda Saldivar. I'm looking at you, girl. You're raggedy, obsessed heifer. Had the nerve to take Selena's life.
In most cases, the goal becomes access to the celebrity's life. And according to Kelly, that's exactly what happened next. Kelly alleged that the woman cloned her phone, accessed private information, and logged her out of her own computer. As Kelly continued sharing her story, she introduced another allegation that raised even more eyebrows. According to her, someone had allegedly created an OnlyFans account using her identity.
Bullshit. Now. I'm calling BS besties. I don't give a damn. Hell no. Ain't nobody do this to Kelly. Now, girl, it's giving spiritual psychosis. You know, that's what it's giving. Because first somebody wanted to look like you. Then they took your image and put it on OnlyFans because people really want to see you, Nick. Okay, all right. Something ain't right.
Well, Auntie, AI-generated content, deep fakes, and online scams have become a normal part of internet culture in recent years. So it's not as unbelievable as you think.
Maybe not that part, but the looking like Kelly part. Now, come on now.
Kelly also claimed that the situation didn't stop with her. According to her, people within her inner circle were affected as well. She alleged that friends and associates became entangled in the situation and that the consequences extended beyond her own experiences. Kelly even suggested that one friend ended up hospitalized and that her driver had been placed at risk. Perhaps the most controversial portion of Kelly's live stream involved the spiritual claims. During her discussion, she accused the woman of engaging in witchcraft and attempting what she described as a destiny swap.
Girl, come on, let's wrap this up now.
I've been keeping my mouth shut because you got little kids, I got grandkids, and I'm somebody's mother. But your daughter's a little hoe. You trained her the right way. 17 years old, came in the house and tried to sleep with my husband. You put witchcraft on me. Yeah, I never loved that man. My sister sent him into me. She a witch and she sing in church every Sunday.
Some people have begun wondering whether Kelly's recent statements could be a sign of spiritual psychosis.
See, I told you, I ain't the only one. See, no wonder her family worried. Conservatorship might be where it's at now.
Many deeply religious people believe in concepts like spiritual attacks, curses, witchcraft, and demonic influence without being mentally ill. The real concern isn't the belief itself, but whether the person is losing the ability to distinguish between verifiable reality and personal spiritual interpretations.
I'm still saying if somebody gonna destiny swap, why would it be with Kelly? I'm stuck on that hill. I'm up on that mountain. That's why I am waving my flag. Why you, girl?
What's making people uncomfortable is the blending of serious real-world allegations with increasingly supernatural explanations. When someone begins attributing every negative event to a coordinated spiritual campaign, it can raise questions about whether fear, trauma, paranoia, or genuine religious conviction is driving the narrative. Without a professional evaluation, though, nobody can responsibly diagnose Kelly from the outside looking in.
And if all this is truly going on, has she gone to the police? You know what I'm saying? Where the police report? Exactly. Exactly my point. Exactly. It's getting crazy.
At the end of the day, we genuinely hope Kelly is okay. Whether she's dealing with a years-long stalking situation, a complicated personal battle, or something far more nuanced than the public currently understands, it's clear that she believes this situation has had a major impact on her life. For now, many questions remain unanswered, and only time will tell what evidence, court proceedings, or future developments may reveal. Until then, we'll continue to keep an eye on the story and hope that Kelly finds peace, clarity, and resolution.
That's it. That's how we're going to end it. We're going to wrap it up like that. We're just going to keep an eye on it. Because as far as I'm concerned, we can just wrap this up right now. We ain't got to revisit this. You think something else going to come back out? Girl, come on now. See, she's going to let the Lord handle it. She just going to go to the altar in prayer. See, that's what I'm talking about. Ain't making no sense. Because just don't say nothing. You can keep that to yourself. Why you online saying anything at all? Okay, let's wrap this up. Let's go. We ready to go home? Okay, come on, y'all. I'm hungry. Let's go eat.
One suitcase turns into 5. Someone always forgets a charter. And don't even get me started on airports. That's why we use luggage to ship. They pick up your bag.
Oh my God, RRG will get you every time. Now, listen, This is a live stream that I did 2 years ago, right? So we're just going to just listen to some things, okay? I don't see the comment on the thumbnail, but I'm gonna read it to y'all once again. Yes, Lord, and this comes from Kelly Price. Yes, Lord, deliver us from Pastor 304s and files. Deliver us from self-righteous congregants who send their money to liars and pimps in plain sight. Then come deliver me. The nerve you have. I was the only R/judge for Sunday Best that wasn't ucking someone else's spouse, fornicating, or messing with kids and boys. But you have smoke for me. One more time. I was the only R/judge on Sunday Best that wasn't ucking someone else's spouse, fornicating, or messing with kids and boys. But you have smoke for me. FOH. You ignorant, church-going, brain-dead, actual social self-help. But yes, she's supposed to be a preacher's kid, though. Yes, she honors her R&B career by doing gospel music, though. Honors God with her R&B career. But she said that to a fan. Really, though. I'm so just done. Like, either put up the receipts and pay the price with them, or decline your mouth to shut your fucking damn mouth up. That's where I'm at with this. Like, agreed. Now Erica and Tina are going to have to respond to this. Now Yolanda Adams is going to have to respond to this. Now Jonathan Wilson is going to have to respond to this. Not to mention Kurt Franklin. This is his show. Even though it hasn't been on since 2020, this could affect Sunday Best. And now there might be other gospel artists who might not be able to have a chance to go on Sunday Best for them to have a gospel career because you big mad that somebody bullied you. I can't do it. Not to mention, you ignorant church-going, brain-dead, actual social self-help. That's how you greet people in love? Okay. I'm a child of a preacher 3 generations plus, and I have no desire to be named among the gospel community. But yet in the next comment, you said I'm an R&B artist who chooses to honor God in my R&B career. But yet you don't want to be a part of the gospel music industry, or you don't want to be named among the gospel community. I'm really confused here. Wonder why you don't, because you already know what it is, and are content to be a part of the cover-up that has happened for generations. It is so unfair to say that classy _queen_T is a part of the cover-up that's happened in the gospel industry for generations. Because guess what? To be real with you, there's been a lot of this ish happening in every industry, Kelly Price. So get off with that shit. Get off that shit. Because it's completely disrespectful. My advice is get off my page now, or prepare for me to tear you a new one every time you are stupid enough to come to my page with your self-righteous pity. This is what Kelly Price said 2 years ago. Yeah. Check your gospel artists who sell for careers because they weren't good enough to compete in the deep waters of mainstream. Names need not be called. You already know who they are. Clown. This was classy _queen_T said. You sound angry and demonic. It's actually sad to watch and read. You tearing me a new one is actually the opposite of what you're doing. You're showing how low and classless one can be when their days in life are so miserable that you're throwing F-bombs and profanity like you're on a street corner. Shame on you as a woman and so-called child of God, sticks and stones. With everything else going on in the world, you choose to go on profanity tirade in front of your audience. The life God allowed you to have, and this is how you choose to respond. Seek the kingdom of God. Pray for you and your evil spirit. Lord, have mercy. Woo. Child still in all these years later.
Very well say. I'm happy to be the clown. It's just you don't like what you see in the mirror. Hence the reason for your meltdown. This app, God allowed me to see a new year. I won't use it to entertain the devil. Now, Authentically Ray asks here, now wait a minute. Want to know which judge was doing what, but wow.
right here. I'm not angry. I'm just over it. No, you were angry. You were angry. Hey, Colton, welcome in. You were angry. You were absolutely angry, because if you were angry, you would not have said, and Lord Jesus, the receipts to use against you, it shouldn't be this easy word. So you're not angry, but you said, and I quote, FOH, you ignorant church-going, brain-dead, astral-social self-hole. Really? You weren't angry, but you said that. Okay, that part, Brown. That part right there. Now, let's do, where are we here? We're at 16. Let's jump ahead a little bit to right here.
Can't seem to get their stuff together. I'm trying to figure out how somebody that works in a local edition of Hertz, no one in corporate and no one in regional has the power to override it when someone at the local place does not do their job and close out the records. First,
Now, here's the thing, right? Everything said, okay, I get that. Hey, thank you so much, Rose. I appreciate you. Now, listen, everything that she said, even with all that being true, the rental and everything, you do not cuss somebody out. You don't blast their phone. So she went to a Hertz location, right? Try to get a car rental stuff. And because things didn't work out, she cussed this person out, blasted their phone number, and just was a disrespectful waste of life. Can't. No, because honestly, what that person could have done was that this person is acting a fool, right? That part. Not to mention, y'all have also heard that Kelly Price has also been mean to fans, apparently, that she doesn't have a really good attitude. I remember R&B Divas and the whole Timberland boots and everything else. And it's just like one thing after another. And to me, for Kelly Price to put this comment on her social media of saying that there was a judge off of Sunday's Best that dealt with, fornicating with kids and boys, that you can't just say that and not expect for somebody to respond. Because honestly, at the end of the day, we don't know who this is. And also, not only do we not know who this is, we don't even know how that child is doing. We don't know how old they are now. And this could re-trigger a lot of things. And to me, the fact that you said that in this post, that means you've known this for a while to me. Yep. To me. Right here, it says, I gave you some free advertisement on my page with my miserable social self. I pray it helps you deal a new singles. Going to wood is the new dirt, or sell a few singles. I feel you, Braylon. I do. Let's continue on.
And suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. I am not from the generation that will allow you to disrespect me in the name of Jesus.
Okay, child.
And say that unless I accept that, I'm not truly a child of God. I stayed in a marriage for more than 20 years to the son of a preacher, as I was the daughter of a preacher. He treated me like shit. He made more than 10 children on me while we were married. And I was taxed for that because we were married. My finances were attacked as a result of what he was doing.
I do. Here's the comment. Yes, Lord, deliver us from pastor 304s and files. Deliver us from self-righteous congregants who send their money to liars and pimps in plain sight. Then come deliver me. The nerve you have. I was the only artist / judge on Sunday Best that wasn't ucking around someone else's spouse, fornicating or messing with kids and boys. but yet you have smoke for me. FOH, you ignorant church going brain dead astral social self all. So your mom and grandmother would say that to somebody who had a whole thought to have a thought, really? And then you said, I'm a child of a preacher 3 generations and have no desire to be among the gospel, named among the gospel community. But yet you just said, I'm a child of a preacher 3 generations. So you are in the gospel community. And you also say, and I quote, that that I'm an R&B artist who chooses to honor God in my R&B career. So which is it? Do you want to be a part of the gospel community or no? Let's keep going. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Who absolutely protects me, he covers me, and he does not allow people to disrespect me. I cannot and will not stand for people disrespecting that man, because no other man in my life has ever taken the kind of care that my husband, Darrell Crump.
So basically, this is the gospel version of Monique and Sydney.
Has taken care of me since we've been together.
That's what your husband is supposed to do. What type of cookies do you want? Do you want chocolate chip? Do you want white macadamia? Do you want sugar cookies? Do you want snickerdoodle? What type of cookies do you want for having a brother that's supposed to do what he's supposed to be doing? What the hell? Braylon's a killer, man. I gotta tell you something.
I'm a preacher's kid, but I was also raised in the south side of Jamaica. My father, before he came to the church, was a drug addict. His brothers were drug dealers.
Okay, let's continue on, y'all. So check this out. This part right here, I want you to listen to this. Okay, I want you to listen to this.
And try to make comments like, you need to try to find out when the next time you're going to go on tour.
First of all, those people who punch time clocks gave your ass a career. That part. So she was basically downing 9 to 5 people. Basically, she was being a plus size B. Simone. You guys remember when B. Simone said, I don't want no man who worked 9 to 5, and she went from $1 million a month down to $10,000 a month. Moving on. No. You know how many people have lost their jobs since 2020? You know how many people lost their kids? You know how many people lost their grandparents? Yep. People only do what they know to do. That part. And those 9 to 5 people are some of the most generous people that you will ever meet. And last time I checked, in order for anybody to, last time I checked, in order for you to have a career, somebody has to give a damn about you. So those same 9 to 5 people have supported you for this long, but yet you going to drag them because they have an opinion about you. You the one who put yourself out here boasting about all the songs you wrote. Okay, Jermaine Dupri is a great songwriter too, in the Hall of Fame. Okay, cool. Damn. You don't get to disrespect the fans that got your ass that check. You don't. Gonna say, why you punching time clocks? Well, guess what? You still punching in a clock because you got projects to do. So everybody punches in on a clock some damn where. For some of us, it may be a job from 9 to 5, and some of us may be punching in terms of being an entrepreneur and having many things to do. But either way, somebody's punching in something some damn where. Now clock that T, Braylon. Clock that T. Clock that mother-ucking T, Bray. Yes, indeed. Let's keep rolling.
I'm never going to tour again. I get checks for all the music that I've written. I get wires for all the music that I've written. I don't have to, and I've been doing that since the early 90s, so I don't have anything to prove anybody. I don't have anything to prove anybody. What I wanted us to do...
Child, her and Kim Burrell could be sisters.
Is learn how to be protective and respective of who we are. Our talent gets robbed on a daily basis. God gave me my ability. He passed it down through my grandmother and my mother.
Fortunately, I can't
only to be in this industry
summarize it, but
where people looked at me and said that because I wasn't a size 3 or a 5 or a 7, that I was never going to be anybody or do anything. Meanwhile, the songs you love the most came from the pen that I held. Even the way it was sung came to you that way because I did the demo, I did the background singer part.
By the way, that's what you're supposed to do as an artist when you singing music.
And imitate what it was that I had already done. The list is too long.
So you're basically saying what you're supposed to be doing in the game. Everybody has to
Braylon,
cut their teeth. Everybody's got to hit the pavement. Everybody's got to start somewhere, Kelly. That's what you were supposed to do. Oh, Lord. Okay.
I don't have time to go over it. But I need our people to be smarter.
You start, we'll follow.
We are continuously taken advantage of is because we are so willing to be the person or persons that other cultures will accept over and above our brothers and sisters who come from the same background and culture that we come from. I wouldn't lie to you and tell you that I was always the popular kid in school. I was poor. I walked to school with holes in my shoes and would have frostbite by the time I got to school. But I always knew that I was destined for more than what.
That's basically every damn choir kid, every damn band geek, every damn theater kid, every damn content creator, every damn radio personality, media personality, every damn entrepreneur. We all got a hole in the pants story. We all got a broken shoes story. Let me tell you something. Be real with y'all. There was a thing called ULAR, Share America.
Yep.
I would get a $25 gift card, and my sis would get a $25 gift card to pay less shoes. You know what my mom would do? She would go doing BOGO with the gift card and try to make sure that we got, yep, and did. We would get 2 shoes, buy one, get one free, but then mom will also make sure we got 2 additional shoes. So 4 pairs of shoes. So now everybody's got that story. You're not going to be able to use that story just to have a defense for you to say what was on your mind when you said this, when you said this, when you said this. Okay? And I know that a lot of people aren't here right now. That's okay. And I don't know how this is going to be received, but quite frankly, I could give 2 damns. Because this is dealing with children here. Y'all remember the skit with Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears? Y'all remember that? We all. So if Tiffany Haddish could get it, Kelly Price could get it too. Come on. You can't just say this and think nobody's going to want to respond to something. Real talk.
where I started. We have to start doing better by each other. I'll be damned if I'm gonna say a white man is the problem. We are the problem.
Now she's trying to be this kumbaya black person by saying the white man is not the problem. And guess what? You know what? Sometimes we are the problem. But it's not everybody that's the problem. You said, and I quote, this. You said that in a argument to Facebook. Yep. And now guess what? All the judges are going to have to respond to this. I'm trying to find the... Regret your career. Because guess what? It takes a little bit of everybody to get to the damn top. The reason why some people can never stay at the top is because they get up so high, they forget what it was to be down low. And as one of my friends said, there's lessons at the bottom that the top can't teach you. But yet you said this, though. You said this, though. And guess what? Sunday's best, they have to give you the time of day to be a damn judge or ours on the show. But they did. So you regret putting people on that look like you, but yet BET put you on, yet Kurt Franklin put you on. Shut your ass up. Come on, Bray. Let's roll on. Oh, this part right here.
So I have changed my perspective. If you are a black business, I hope you're integral and I hope your product is good. Because you don't get my business just because you're black.
Oh, yeah, she said this.
I made that decision.
And people can say the same thing about you. They can say the same damn thing about you. And you know what? Honestly, I mean, I am just beyond pissed the fuck off. I really am. Because I can't stand when people tell other people what to do. Don't come to my Instagram page and give an opinion on me, even though I posted something out here. Don't mess with me. Don't come for me. Don't come for me in the morning, the afternoon, after night, because I'm a cuss you, blah, 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 blah. The fact that people out here, okay, real talk, the fact that people out here are thinking that people are going to come at them at 6 o'clock in the morning for them to be hateful to that person who said don't come for them, guess what? That's more of a reflection on what you think about than that person who's up at 6 o'clock in the morning, who's probably a damn mother, getting lunches ready for school. Come on, Bray. Who's probably a damn dad trying to boost his son up because maybe bullying's going on, maybe some idle thoughts are happening, maybe there's some depression going on. There's people getting up for work at 6 o'clock in the damn morning. There are people that are going to homeless shelters and soup kitchens and everything else. There's somebody right now probably at Walmart trying to buy some toys and doing a toy drive. There's somebody right now probably going to masterclass.com to get ready to get the next lesson so they can rise higher. Not everybody gives a damn about you. You have to be important enough to give a damn about. And I can't stand people say, well, I don't want to hear about this or I don't want to hear about that, but yet you double speak. Shut your ass up. Come on. The people who talk the loudest about, oh, you're not going to get black business from me because you ain't black. I regret bringing on people who look like me, this, that, and the third, and telling other people what to do. They're the most miserable, the most trifling, and the most broken. And guess what they end up doing? They double speak because guess what? The people that you don't want to bring home, there's usually a person that you're going to bring on that wants an opportunity. The thing that you don't want to talk about, hear about, whatever, you will be somewhere talking about it because you have nothing of value, purpose, or an energy that is original enough for people to give a damn about you. If you're grown enough to say some ish, stand 10 toes down on that ish. Come on. I'm gonna say that I hope your pride is good and you have integrity. Really? But yet you said this. Sunday Best is a product, right? Sunday Best has integrity, has produced 10 amazing gospel singers. Or did you have the mindset for Sunday Best as well? Let's keep rolling. I got time today.
You don't get my business because you're black. If you are black and you get my business, it's because you are producing a product that is quality and you meet your deadlines. And you are going to get my product to me on time and it is going to be well presented. Your color does not decide whether or not I'm going to spend my money with you. Because the truth of the...
So your color is not going to determine if she spends money with you. Can we say the same thing about you and your damn music? Because people love Jill Scott because she is that sister. People love Tracy Ellis Ross because she is that sister that can act. People love Angela Bassett because she is that sister. People love Monique because she is that one. Monique has been long far gone, but Monique is still a legend, okay? Listen. I said this about Jada Pinkett Smith on AT Aliens Live, that Will Smith will have chapters. Jada will be in the chapters. There's a difference. Whitney Houston has been in many chapters. You have been mentioned in chapters. Y'all ain't the same. You a citation in a paper. You ain't using the damn paper, Kelly Price. Shut your ass up. Yeah, I think y'all get the point. She did too damn much. As being somebody that did too damn much. By the way, shout out to Jay Nolan. I love this brother. One of the greatest content creators, and I think he's married to Jamie. That's me. But as you can see here, the defendant asked this court to definitely suspend a $75,000 money judgment while simultaneously conceding that she has no liquid assets, no ability to pay, and no means of securing the judgment. That mission is not basis of belief. It is the danger that supersedes bond exists to prevent under settled law. A full bond is the norm for staying a money judgment, and the burden rests squarely on the judgment debtor to justify any departure. Far from carrying that burden, defendant's own representations establish the very risk that the bond exists to guard against. The plaintiff will be left with an empty, uncomfortable judgment after a meritless appeal runs its course. So this is Jay Nolan talking about the fact that Megan Sound wants her money now. As you can see in the title, opposing Malaga Graham's motion to hold payment. By the way, I want to play this because the song, my God, is amazing. I just want y'all to hear this real quick.
It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today.
I just want you to listen.
Now, let's get into the show.
Listen.
Honor my niggas whenever I speak. A hustle each day of the week. Honor my wife and my son. I can't hang with no sucker. These niggas be weak. Chasing these bras, popping your gums on the cover. These
Oh, that's the family.
There's something
freestyle. No. Give me a moment, y'all. Because I want y'all to hear that particular one. This might be it. Where's the family over? No, I'm looking for the family over fame. Hang on, wait. Okay, here it is. I want y'all to listen to this. This is so fire. This is so. Listen.
Yeah, family over fame and it's beautiful.
Yeah, baby.
The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking the drama we piling on. Father and great son.
That's some good-ish right there, man. Come on with it.
Around 5-6 bank accounts every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I've been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I've been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'm from your birthday party in the New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your health care. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I ran for filth. The sympathy cars consulting for the stacks I
Jay Nolan making it do what it motherfucking do. Y'all, that's all I got for y'all. Okay, I had to come on and talk about these two individuals. All right, that's all I got for y'all. I did the Dave Mo Bear doing the 6 o'clock show. If you missed it, go back and watch it. Y'all, we got more content coming up for y'all tomorrow morning. In case you did not know, okay, let me just show y'all this right here. So check this out. Brands are being solutions for the career economy like Bose. Wait till you hear about the big news that Bose is doing. Y'all, it is game changing. We'll talk about that tomorrow morning live at 11 a.m. And then at 6 p.m., Paramount Bros Discovery Media Company. Yeah, that's pretty much what they are now. But I'm going to re-show my Warner Bros. Google Discovery plan because that plan has more, like I said, that plan, I believe that has more of a coherent track to make happen than this. This company is in $90 billion worth of debt. They believe by combined they can cut it down to $42 billion, but they are still in $1 billion worth of debt. So with that being said, y'all, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Do you hear me? Yes, indeed. There. All right. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special because you are always one of us and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you were chosen to do. Wise one thing to call yourself is nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully by spending time here, we'll some great together. And always remember we're doing radio, television, YouTube, live your best life. But child, you just recognize that all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And somebody wants to try to nuck if you buck, let them know we got that energy. Make sure the replay is not just where you're watching, not just where let's do it if you want the spirit. Again, I love you, I value you, I appreciate you. Always remember, see love you gotta give it, see love you gotta give it, see love you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you've overcome, wherever success you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you, but no one's proud of you, proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all listen. There's a lot of people struggling. The words of Steve Harvey, that his daddy said, the best thing you do for poor people is don't be one of them. I modernize that, contemporize that, brandize that. The best thing you can do for the world is not add negativity to it, but add positivity to it. Amen, somebody, in Jesus' name. Yes, amen, amen. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings, the only way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love and send it right back to you. By the way, tomorrow morning, I will also give you an update on my BT Next Gen application, all right? I will see you guys tomorrow morning live, 11 a.m. and then, of course, 6 p.m. Like I said, I normally don't go live on Thursdays unless there's something in the culture that is being talked about or there's something I want to talk about. So, love y'all. Peace. Be blessed.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you. and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
And by the way, Linnell Stiller, much love to you. I thought I said hey to you at the beginning of the show. Child, we had so much to go through on this tour, but just know one love, much love, all love to you. You are great, 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 great people. I feel the love and send it right back to you. Much love to Linnell Stiller. Much love to all y'all. Let's keep going with the outro. Love y'all. Good night. Bye-bye.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make.
Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stinks a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn